This is officially my favorite song, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, Barry White.
Welcome back to the Hot Ashes Podcast. I'm Lee.
TK in the building, baby.
We got all kinds of guests today, all kinds of topics. Before we get into the topics,
Some that might not even be here in real life.
that's right. Oh, snap. Foreshadowing. I love it. That's going to be a fun episode. We just did one yesterday. We had to catch back up, right?
Work things.
Work things, not feeling well things.
Yo, it was brutal, kind of.
But yesterday was a fun show. It was good. I like when we do back-to-back. It's kind of fun.
It's like a warm-up.
Yeah, we have such a fun time doing this that we could literally just sit here and talk about nothing for 2 hours straight and still feel like we're running out of time.
We've successfully been doing that for like...
We almost went over yesterday. Like it's like, it's 2. Let's cut it, man.
Well, we did take Jared's advice. Welcome back, by the way. We didn't say what episode
we're here at
it
the
was.
next
We said
episode.
it's the next episode. We didn't say a number.
Yeah, he gets mad every time I... Oh, you got to turn that on. Hold the button on the bottom. I do that every time to my guests.
No, we did that on
What
purpose.
are we smoking? What are we drinking?
Because we don't want to hear you. You first.
I am smoking my
yes.
pipe. I'm smoking Sir George's blend. It's very, very good. He blends. I don't know what he does. He puts magic in a tin can and shakes it up, and it smokes well.
Put that in your pipe and
Put
smoke
that in your
it.
pipe and smoke it. I had to change it up because what did I smoke last time?
I know.
Yesterday, a torpedo,
Hello. There it is.
and I did it twice.
That's
so,
what he smoked.
Yeah, look at that. And I am drinking. I'm enjoying a Perny Haze from Wicked Weed. Very delicious. But
Straight shooter, I tell
It's
ya.
not as delicious as Pernicious, but
Well.
it's pretty good.
It's its cousin.
TK,
Say that 3 times.
how about
fast.
you?
I am smoking this, George's, straight shooter.
That torpedo.
No mystery in my history. Boom. And I'm drinking, and I'm going to make a bold statement. I actually just put this on my Instagram story. Dunkin' Donuts might be killing the sweet tea game. They might be leading right now.
Oh yeah. How's the ice to tea ratio?
Perfect.
Well, you know how everybody messes up the ice to tea ratio. Like I'll go to a place and get a large iced tea, and there'll be like 4 ice cubes in it. And the tea's warm.
Or there's so much ice, there's no room for the tea.
Exactly. So it's perfect.
It's perfect.
I'm gonna have to try that out.
It's pretty good because your flagship tea places have fallen off. Smithfield's has fallen off. I love their food, but their sweet tea has fallen off.
Oh,
Bojangles has fallen off. Chick-fil-A still in the running. They got some pretty good
Are you
sweet
issuing
tea.
a challenge to these people to get back on?
Step their damn game up. Come back to good graces on the sweet tea game. But yeah, and that's all I got to say about sweet tea. Jackson, you're up, buddy.
I'm drinking water
Yes, sir.
because I drank too much last night.
There
Did
we
you
go,
now?
baby. So
Yes.
you did accomplish the mission of going to drink beer.
He tries
Yes.
to hang with the old man,
I don't drink like that
and
anymore.
it turns out the same every time. Every day, the next day he's like, "I don't want to get
Were you
up."
drinking?
Yeah, you did. My kids were in town,
said,
man. Yeah, we were having a good old
I'm gonna
time.
have to try hair of the dog soon. See if that works.
Yeah,
I heard it does.
Man, I'm smoking nothing because I
nothing.
want white teeth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you
not
don't
even-
you don't ever have cigars? You lie. You a damn lie.
If I'm drinking too
All right.
much.
And who we got on mic 4?
Same old, same old.
Same old Jared. For a guy who lives in Virginia Beach, you're on the podcast an awful lot. I love it.
You're like the honorary
I
third
tell
member.
you guys all the time, when I'm invited, I'll come down.
The
If
invite
I
is
loved you, I'd
constant.
invite you.
He's not
That's
trying to
why I'm
invite.
down- That's why I'm down at Taylor's right now.
We did have an all but podcast yesterday at one
Of course
point.
you did.
At one point.
Should have came yesterday.
Well, not all but.
I wasn't
We had
It
to-
invited.
was
had to fade
all
in.
but Taylor.
I'm not inviting
It
you.
was all butts but Vaden.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Boom.
It was fun though. What are you smoking? What are you drinking?
Smoking life.
You are one pathetic loser.
That's
No
deep.
offense.
No offense. No,
That's
I'm
deep.
Okay, so you're drinking water and you're smoking nothing.
Always.
These boys right here are hydrated, I tell you.
That's
I'm
fair.
not. That's
Not
why-
yet.
No.
Damn.
Not
I've had
yet.
so much to drink today too. I'm freaking dying.
Well, do you want to lead us into the topic?
Yes. Well, we
Let's-
talked about it yesterday. Jackson talked about it yesterday, and I was like, I have something. So the topic came up. We were talking about scary movies,
Yeah,
right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
the
That was
scariest.
None
that
of them
was how
scare
we
me.
started. We got on the topic of scary movies, and then which segued into, do you think that ghosts are real? That's kind of like where we ended up at the end of it all, because most scary movies, like there's some sort of ghost
And
entity
I landed
involved.
on I don't know.
I thought we all agreed that we didn't.
No, I was
No, I
like,
never agreed on
I
that.
don't think so, but I don't know.
I
That's
said
what
it was like some energy. If it's not a ghost, it's some energy type thing. I said
Yeah.
that.
like a demon.
Yeah, you did say that.
But I
you
kept it
don't.
very diplomatic because I'm related to somebody in this field, so I couldn't be like, that's some
Oh
bullshit.
yeah, they're
Yo,
so
remember-
real.
Remember he said
No,
that
it's
when we turned the
garbage.
mics
Just
off?
kidding.
Yeah,
Right. Like, remember that convo we had when we got done? I'm just joking. But we do have No Quarter Paranormal in the building. They are going to hop on the mic here shortly. But you got to state your claim first.
and it's
Are
not a Led
ghosts
Zeppelin
real?
reference.
Yes or no? Let's start with Jackson.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
No?
Yep. You want me to elaborate?
Please. Just a hair.
No,
That's my-
that was fine. don't hurt yourself.
I've never seen one, never felt one. I've been in some scary, scary haunted places where all the folk tales out in the mountains of like things that have been seen or whatever. Maybe they just don't want to come to me, but I've never ever experienced any of that, and I've explored some crazy places. That's my statement.
And you're sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it, but I want to be wrong. I'm a
Using
skeptic.
your logic, you've never seen Argentina,
That's right.
so it doesn't exist.
That's true.
All right.
Everybody
It's
knows
just USA.
Argentina doesn't exist.
It's just USA.
Listen, man,
baby.
it's just a way. People are afraid of dying and they don't think anything's going to happen. So they want there to be some sort of explanation.
cope.
Now we're
And
getting there. We
ghosts
go.
are another thing to be like, oh, I feel the ghost of my dead grandpa in here. And that means he's still with me, and it's a way to cope. And I like doing that stuff. I like feeling
I felt a
that.
cold flash, and the AC's on behind me.
It helps me cope. I like sitting and thinking like, oh, I bet my grandpa's in the room with us or something like that. Like that's nice. But
Well, we also try to scare each other too, like
yeah, like
ghost stories.
I want to go ghost hunting. That sounds fun. But I want to find something. I want to be wrong. There,
you often are.
Now, it's,
Tag.
now you.
Nice segue.
Yep.
No,
Well,
I
you
don't
told me
believe
you
either.
didn't.
I don't believe in them.
All right. Well, back me up.
I will. I'm just, I like to give you shit. Your uncle. That's what I'm doing.
I could see where people would say that they don't, though, because, like you said, I've never seen one or really felt one either. But
I don't think that's an air quotes moment.
Hey,
I've never seen one.
I don't think you're using
didn't.
this
I'm just going to
correctly.
do it every time I talk.
You
Every time.
literally used them wrong.
If you're hearing this
Literally
right now, if you're hearing this right now,
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, I'm not tasting it.
well, yeah. Well, did we even?
We talked about
we
that.
We didn't ask Lee though.
was funny.
You never really said anything.
I don't believe in them. I used to. We would
I used to
scare
as
the
well.
crap out of each other as
Well,
kids.
we
and
had that experience when we were younger, and it was like
I've
we're
heard
two
stuff in
different
my
people.
house. Yeah.
Well, not just
What about
that,
the
like,
dream?
Oh,
years
the
later.
dream. That's
Well,
right.
What
I
dream?
had-
It
I
wasn't a
this-
dream,
I
but we
had
thought
this
it was at
thing-
the time.
I had this thing, and years later, I talked about it to Lee, and he was like, "Get the hell out of here!" That exact thing happened to me,
And I have never told him that.
in real life.
and we never
real
talked
life,
about
but it
that.
was-
you
until
dreamed
was
it?
years
in my
later.
memory, no,
Makes-
in my memory, it was a dream. But
You did it.
maybe I did it. I don't
Well,
know. I was
tell
a little
the thing,
kid,
man. I want to
Okay.
know
Right.
the thing.
So I was a little kid, and we lived at the top of we were on the second story. Our bedrooms were up there. So every time I walked by the stairs, I went kind of quick because if I looked down, occasionally I would see this man down there in like a 3-piece suit, old timey, and I'd see it.
And
It
these
freaked
were
me out.
details that were never shared
Freaked
between
me
us.
out. I ran.
Never communicated. it.
Never.
I ran into my parents' room, jumped in their bed, and I'm like under the covers, just not coming out. And that would happen occasionally in my dreams, in my in my mind. It was in my dreams.
Right.
And then one time, I like floated down the steps and into the dining room and around, and I was
Yes.
back up, whatever. And so, again, didn't tell him this. There was another separate issue where I came and woke him up when we were like teenagers. We were much older. I woke him up because I heard whispering right in front of me in my room. But like that's
I
the
know,
kind of
but the
so then-
craziest
so then
part is
years
I'm telling
later-
this story like verbatim to what he just said.
But you didn't tell
and
it to me. You told it to
I
Taylor.
never told him, but you were there.
No, but
and
you told it to Taylor, and Taylor said,
Is that what it was?
Is
I
this
thought
a
you were
dream
there.
for
No,
you?
Taylor.
You dreamed
there?
this?
no, our sister. It happened to him too,
Okay.
or something.
I thought you were there.
He told our
Bro,
sister.
this is
Taylor.
crazy.
Listen,
as
he
hell.
told our sister who didn't live in that house, and she's like, "This house creeps me out." I'm like, "Why does it
Yeah.
creep you out? You never
Oh,
been
I
here."
did tell her about the
And
house.
she goes, "Jared had a dream once." I was like, "No, that was me that happened to." And how do you know that anyway? I've never told anybody that.
And then it was like a full circle moment.
Then
of like,
me and him
whoa
were like,
there.
"Dude, we got to talk,
And
bro."
we talked about it, and it was like he was saying details that I didn't say, and I'm like, and I'm saying details
that have not
It's
been
just-
divulged to
nope.
anybody at
So
all.
that's where I'm on the fence.
I feel
And
you.
I want that to be a real story.
Or maybe they
That
were
sounds
real, and
cool.
now my mind is just so closed off to it that I can't.
Yep.
I can't sense it or hear
this
it.
is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let Erica sit here because she has to talk to them. Yeah. So from Erica, shout out, cuz from No Quarter Paranormal. She also has some friends here as well. They can, I'm sure, hop on as well. But Erica, if you want to jump in and get your debate on, well, not really debate, just banter.
Yeah, banter.
All right, here we go. We have to have the proper introduction.
Yeah, how are we going to say we don't believe in ghosts and then go on to say our
No Quarter
because we
Paranormal
both lived
building.
in the same house. Thank you. No, please stop. Oh, it was for you.
You
Okay.
gotta hold it.
We both lived in the same house. We both, our dad always bought the same stuff. Who knows? Maybe we just had a bad meal that night. Who
Yeah.
knows? I don't know.
Maybe the guy was trying to
Just
rob your
because
house.
I can't explain it doesn't mean there's not an explanation.
All right, welcome to the show. Go ahead and tell us who you are, a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Erica. Like Taylor said, he's engaged to my husband's cousin, kind of,
She
sort
used
of.
your
We're
government
family.
name, dude.
TK, whatever. We all know who he is.
Yeah.
But I'll just jump straight into why I'm talking about ghosts here, since that's what we're all here for. I grew up in a haunted house too, and same thing. I would see weird stuff. I was 6, 7 years old, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why am I seeing stuff in my house? There's a random dude walking around. There's a clown. My cats are scared out of their mind. What is happening? So I started to do some research, watch scary movies, watch podcasts, all that kind of stuff, and just kind of started believing. And I'm like, all right, that's what's going on. There's ghosts in here. Why is it happening? And it's science, man.
Do you think that could be confirmation bias, though? Like you dove into it watching movies and all that kind of stuff. Do you think you were kind of like feeding that hunger for it?
I think that's kind of how the paranormal works, though. They work off of our energy. So I put energy into it, and they started to come out more because they're like, oh, wow,
I'm not
this
watching
girl's
any more
thinking
scary
about it.
movies.
Well,
then.
I watch more.
Hold on. You said that you watched movies, scary movies, podcast, talk to people, haunted house, things like this. And then you said science. So you lost me there. Where's the connect?
So
That's some science right
yeah,
there.
there's some science behind there. It's a weird segue, but I'm a huge nerd. So I would watch the scary movies, listen to people talk about their experiences, and then I dove into, okay, but like still, why is this happening? Everybody keeps telling me they're seeing this stuff, but how? Why? So I did a lot of deep dive research into more of like the science behind the paranormal. And that's when energy comes into play, like you putting thought into things, putting your energy into it. Why do rooms become cold when there's paranormal activity happening? And it all just comes back to kinetic energy and like how mass turns into energy, how energy turns into mass, and kind of that's how the paranormal comes into the world. So that's how I figured out that it was real per se, because there's science behind it.
So tell us about the group. What do you guys do?
So we're No Quarter Paranormal. We have a couple different types of people. You have me, who's just science-based. I try to debunk things scientifically. We have Elsa and Mike, who are also here, who are more of kind of like the psychics. I know you guys don't like that word, but that's kind of how I'll describe it. The mediums, the sensitives, they feel things, see things that the human eye, well, they have human eyes, but the normal human eyes can't. So I just think that's kind of like a special power that they have.
Their third
Special
eye
type
is
of
open.
energy. Their third eye is wide open. I'm sure they're talking to a lot of people right now. And then we have Brandon, our founder, and Aaron, his brother, who do more of like the equipment setup. They're a little bit sensitive in their own way, but they do like equipment debunking, same kind of thing. And then we also have Amber, who does like spiritual crystal healing, and she's also sensitive as well. So we just have a good group of people that all have different specialties to kind of help. And we also have Melissa, who's a historian who does a lot of research for us before we go, and she's also sensitive and slightly psychic in her own special way.
So do you guys like? Okay, we make jokes on this podcast, so please
I'm here
forgive
for
me.
it.
Now, do you got like? Do people call you
Yeah.
like the Ghostbusters and be like, "Yo,
Yeah. We've done a couple houses in
Ghostbusters
downtown
is a movie, but
Swansboro.
There's
Yeah.
stuff down here in downtown Swansboro. I mean, I guess the
Oh, yeah.
houses are old, but I don't.
you don't
Like,
believe
do you-
though. So how
no.
can there be stuff?"
I know.
Energy's
But-
one
It
thing, but
sounds
how do
like
we
you
know it's a
believe.
ghost?
Listen, I watch all the videos on like all different types of channels or on YouTube. I fall asleep to watching that stuff, ghost stuff and scary stuff. I don't know. And it's comforting to me in some way just hearing a bunch of dudes walking around a house. So I want to do that with somebody. Let me come on a ghost tour thing and let's go get me possessed or something.
Go
Well,
get me
we're not
possessed.
going
You
to
don't
do
need any
that.
more. You don't need any help.
We're not here to get
The
anybody
demons in my
possessed.
brain just need to come out right now.
I think that's what therapy's for, not paranormal activity.
You went the wrong way. You zigged when you should have
I
zagged.
should have. Dang.
But I mean, normally people are welcome depending on what situation we're in, but we do a lot of repeat investigations more at like outside locations. So obviously cemeteries,
Right.
some walking trails, stuff like that around the area that will bring people on just because we know there's activity that we can kind of prove per se, or bring people on that already believe in the paranormal. They just kind of want to experience it in a safe way because we're not getting somebody possessed. We don't do
Right.
Hold that a little bit. Hold it a little bit closer to the.
Okay, I don't
Guys,
know how
what
this
are we
works.
doing
Just tell me
here?
what's going on.
Let's go do that. What are we still doing here?
All right. Well,
we
let's-
love. So I've done that. We've been to. We talked about this yesterday. There was a hotel in South Carolina or something that was supposedly super haunted and everything. We went everywhere in the whole place. Like we went all up to the attic and everything. I'm like, man, nothing, not a sound, not a peep. I was hoping too, man. I was like, come on, man.
Do you travel far outside of the Jacksonville area when do you guys go to anywhere else? Like,
I mean, we'll pretty much go wherever anybody asks us to if we all have the time off of work and the money to get there. We did something in South Carolina for a colleague of mine. She works at a different animal hospital, and one of her colleagues was having a problem at her house. So we went to South Carolina, stayed at a little Airbnb, and kind of helped her out. We've done some around Swansboro. We've been in Jacksonville, Cape Carteret area, Hubert, Moorhead. So we just kind of go where people call us to go.
How do they find you? Like, do you have a website or something?
We have social media, so Facebook, Instagram,
So they just type in like ghost hunter.
probably.
well,
Yeah.
Either that
What
or
do
just
you-
from
they're
people
like-
sharing it.
yeah, I need a ghost hunter for this. Like,
Yeah.
they're not
Or-
like, I might have mice first. Like,
Yeah. Well, they probably start there, I'm sure.
yeah.
You know, and then work their way towards, well,
yeah.
it ain't
and
mice.
that's just got to be the last thing you go. Cause I guess they
I
would
don't know.
call
When
church
people
too,
believe
right?
in this stuff, that might be the first thing.
I know. but
Like you said, when they want it to be,
Yeah, when you want it to be, it
They
might.
kinda convince
I
Kinda
want it
convince
to be,
themselves.
man. I do.
Well,
I've
you're
never been
not-
haunted.
They come
out of the
Do
house
they
in
not
the
like
back of
me? I
rats.
might have a bad energy.
you don't want it bad enough, man.
Oh, you're right. I do like exploring abandoned buildings and stuff and like trying to get haunted.
That's
but-
illegal.
Yeah, he's done it.
Yeah.
Let's not
Apparently,
talk about that.
apparently he's done a ton of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done all throughout high
That's what he was
school.
telling us yesterday.
Still nothing.
Nothing. I went to an abandoned hospital where people totally died, and there was morgue. There was a morgue, and I was like,
you go to the morgue?
Yeah, and that was kind of
I
creepy.
heard. I think you have to get in the little shelves that they.
I'm
have
not doing
posted.
that.
No,
No,
So I've
I don't
done
want to be
that
haunted
before.
that bad.
Just in
Have
case.
you?
I've done that
for
I
science.
feel like I just get
for
worried.
science.
You got into one of the morgue.
I got into
Things.
It was like an old abandoned. It was like multiple different things. It's up in New York where I grew up, and you go into like this really creepy hallway. It used to be like a dental office and like a physician's office and
those
like
are
a
haunted.
child psychiatric office. There was like a whole bunch of things there. And the very last room on the bottom floor was their crematory. So there was just two little things, and I got into one and immediately felt hot. There were people on me, and I was like, all right, I'm out. Didn't like that feeling. Never doing that again.
I thought it was
So
supposed to be cold.
I felt what they
crematory.
felt. So usually
were
if there's
burning.
ghosts in the
Burned.
room, but so it goes either way. So if there's a ghost in the room, they can either take all of the warm air, make it cold, and they have now used that energy from the hot air to kind of become on this plane, however you want to call it. But they can also try to make you feel what they felt. And I'll have Mike speak on this a little bit more because he gets that more than I do. But they can use whatever energy they've gotten to make you feel what they felt. So if they this place was a sketchy place. They probably burned some people alive. I'm just going to throw that out there. So they're like, hey, let's make this girl feel what I felt because she's crawling in here. So I got really hot and I felt a lot of anger. And I was like, all right, I'm leaving. They're not happy I'm in here.
Okay.
So it could be hot
do
or
that.
cold.
Any form of energy.
So it could be happening to me right now.
It could be happening
right now.
to
It's
you
room
right now.
temperature.
I went into the bathroom after Jackson this morning. I swear it was haunted.
It probably was.
Could be.
He was summoning some ghosts.
There was
in
some
there,
demons
boy.
in there.
There was
He
some
expelled
demons.
I
some
wish our
demons in
house was
there.
haunted. I wish it was haunted. That'd be cool. Even when we go up into the attic in the creepy part, there's nothing but like a Halloween decoration.
creepy.
Oh, but we talked
But
about
we
this
know it's
Creepy.
yesterday.
I don't
creepy.
like the dark. Okay.
We talked about this yesterday, but we
Why
did,
do they always have to be in the dark? Why can't
we
they just
did.
be anywhere?
Me and him went up there in one of our attics. I can't remember which one, but we faked a video of a ghost being with us, like a whisper.
We had a little
we were talking
voice recorder thing.
Yeah, we were talking, and the voice recorder was,
Yeah.
you know.
Because that's what they did on the. I
And then
like
we
ghost hunting.
showed
It's fun.
Madison and Gina, and they freaked out, thinking it was like, no, we're moving. And they were like, no, I'm just kidding. That was us. See, so we don't make it easier for you guys, I guess.
We're frauds.
And maybe the ghosts don't like you. They're like,
That's-
wow, they're making fun of us. I
That
don't want to
is-
talk to you.
I am glad that's.
So I'm safe.
Stay away.
Not me, man. I'll take them in. Bring them to me. I want to hang out with a ghost. I'm like putting it out there.
No
Don't-
Ouija
don't-
boards. We don't
Don't
do
put that shit out there.
Don't put that out there.
Don't you put that black
I live in
magic-
Richmond. I live in Richmond. That should be a haunted place. There's like that was the capital of the South when they seceded. So there should be like I'm not what there are ghosts, and there's a lot of old buildings, and a lot of people died over there. So I would think there's somewhere haunted.
like
that I
people
can go
died
over there.
everywhere.
Yeah, but more in
Why do
Richmond.
they just have to go to creepy places? Why can't they just go anywhere?
Somebody
Like
died
if I
in
were
Richmond
ghosts,
today.
I would
Probably.
want to go to a
Creepy.
nice sunny, enjoy my time.
They can get trapped, where there's a lot of energy. So if they died somewhere traumatic, like a battlefield, they kind of get trapped there. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to leave. They don't want to leave.
Can they
Maybe
get
they want
attached
closure.
to a person or an object then?
Yeah. Don't wish that on yourself. I see your face. We don't wish that on
I'm
ourselves.
not wishing it on myself, but I want to go mess with one.
Well,
like,
then doesn't that make you guys
Until
worried
it
that
starts
they're
messing
going to
with you.
attach to you then
I'm
since you
like,
acknowledge
but
it?
I would
It's gonna
be
get
So-
attached to
chill.
you. You're gonna
we
bring it
have
back to the house. Just
protection
because you're chill
rituals
doesn't
that
mean
we
it
can
is.
do. So whatever God, whatever power you believe in, you have like rituals that we do before we pray. We wear protection stones, so that's how we know they're not kind of attaching to us. But they can. If you go and say, hey, I need a ghost in me, or I want a demon.
Okay, geez. I don't want a demon in me.
what do the
A ghost
crystals
is
have to do?
fine, but not a demon.
So crystals are formed from energy too. So they're all different types of energy. And this is another scientific nerd fact. They're either made under pressure, they're made in cold, hot. They all hold different forms of energy. And some people believe, some people don't, that the energy can manifest how you need it to.
Mom
So
believes in that stuff.
They wear
Rocks.
protection
Shocker.
crystals all the
Yeah.
time.
So does Dan Cummins' wife,
I know.
Lindsay. Dan,
All
if you're
right, but
listening, I'm with
built
you,
under
buddy.
Shout out
pressure
Dan
and things
Cummins.
like that. Same could be with diamonds. Same thing could be with other thing. Why are crystals so like?
Isn't a diamond a
A
crystal?
diamond is a crystal.
Yeah, it is. There's no like arguing that one. That's true.
Yeah, but, okay, but all right. I don't think that people are wearing their diamond ring because of
Maybe that's
Well,
People
no,
wear the
like some
crystals
people
around
just
their
wear it
throats.
because it's pretty, but it might be doing something that they don't
Maybe
know.
it's because of the type of people can only afford those crystals.
Dang.
I'm just teasing.
Well, no, I'm sure
Superman
like there's
had
some sort of
crystals.
explanation for why there's wedding rings, and it could be tied back to pagan rituals and beliefs from before the Anglo-Saxons came and destroyed everything in the name of Christianity. They
A
had
lot of rituals today have pagan startings.
yeah,
funny you
like
bring that up.
Christmas is a pagan holiday.
It is.
Yeah.
And then because according to whatever, Jesus was born in the spring. So that's just another example. So maybe they were wearing those rings to ward off spirits or whatever when they got married, and they'd be like, oh, I give you this gift because, I want us to be protected into this new life or whatever. And, and then it was like, oh, this is just really pretty. Let's make it expensive and all that
But
junk.
the guy didn't need protection, just the wife.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Sorry, man. I've been waiting to use that one.
Yeah.
But
I don't
But
know.
maybe he
I'm
did
not a
wear it.
believer,
Dudes
so-
wore Italian dudes. They wear a bunch of
Yeah.
rings.
You got me there.
There you go.
Touche.
Why did we get on rings?
Crystals.
Crystals.
Oh, Went straight to rings.
Yeah, just went straight to
He
rings.
brought
you
up
think you're gonna
diamond
be Green
rings.
I
Lantern
brought up
when you
rings, but
learn
you
how
can.
to-
There's diamond necklaces too. There's all kinds.
All right,
of stuff.
those two. I don't know. I'm not. I
Some
was giving
people
you
just
my
wear 'em
theory.
because they're pretty. You don't have to wear it because you believe in it. You could just wear it because it's pretty.
Man, crystals. That's a stretch, man. I don't know.
Well,
I certainly can't get behind that, but that does, you know.
But
I
it's
don't
the
have a problem.
energy that you tie to it.
It could be.
Okay, or that you
That's
put
part
into
of
it.
it.
Yeah.
I can get behind the thought process. It just doesn't work for me.
Oh, maybe
Like I
either
can-
because you don't believe in it, or because you're saying you can't like convince yourself that it
I don't
would
know.
work.
Like I will do all the stuff
do
you
the
tell
same
me to
thing.
do, and then nothing will happen to me. Maybe I'm just safe. Maybe somebody protected me a long time ago.
Maybe.
I wish they would retire.
damn Anglican Saxtons probably
Yeah.
baptized you.
You ain't
In the
staying
name
at
of
my house with
Christianity.
you're not staying at my house with ghosts attached to you.
I don't think I have any attached to me.
All right. So what's the scariest one you've ever seen or done or?
I think I might let Mike
Experience.
speak on that one. He's had a scarier one than me. You ready? Okay.
All right. We got Mike coming on.
You gonna do a button for
He's
him?
gonna tell
or-
us a scary ghost story. TK did that. I don't know which button.
Well, now it seems forced. Now it
It's
seems
too-
forced.
yes. We ruined it.
Too late.
You're not special.
We talked about it. Welcome.
How we doing?
Those,
I like
those will
that
pull
hat.
down if you want to adjust them.
That's
Unless
good.
you're
I
good.
can hear you.
Okay. Well, tell us who you are and let's hear your story.
So, my name's Mike, and I had an experience where I had colon cancer and actually died 3 times because of colon cancer and dysentery and stuff.
Good God.
Yeah, you hold it a little closer.
Yeah. So, the experience I had was like I've always like you know, hey, we've always had these experiences where you hear something, you feel something, you know, my whole life or whatever. And 5 years ago, this journey started, and I actually had a 7-foot shadow figure
Jeez.
literally follow me home from the hospital. And the only way I can explain that to you is like every time I would see it, I would tell the nurse it's there. You know what I mean? And they'd be like, no, nothing's there. And I'd freak them out.
Send
And,
him to the mental
yeah.
ward.
It's a Slender Man.
Yeah, but I mean, cool experience though. Like where I went, what I saw, you know, I can attest that there is something more to life than just where we're at right now.
Thank God, man. I was worried. I get scared.
Well, what he's saying is there's ghosts. It doesn't say that
Yeah.
there's like.
Well, there's
No, he said that there's
Heaven.
stuff after.
Yes,
As
there
long
is.
as there's something after, I'm cool. I just don't want there to be nothing.
There's heaven and hell.
there is.
Well, hopefully
You-
I go to the right one.
Well, you kind of make your own hell. So that's
Living in it.
That's a different kind of rabbit hole to go down. But your regret, you know, things that you're not forgiving yourself for, things you're holding on to, hurt, things like that will actually keep you in a space.
I have so much shame.
See, that's not good.
I'm going
You're not supposed to
down.
have shame.
Oh God, I'm shameful. I think we don't have enough shame anymore. That's a different.
If you ask for forgiveness, I mean,
Yeah.
you're getting forgiveness from something, right?
Yeah.
So,
All right.
so what do you guys believe in? Like, what is your spirituality?
Jesus Christ.
No, for real.
No, I swear to God.
Same thing.
No, I do. I joke around a lot, but I do believe in God.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay,
No, I
so
do.
I got a question for you. Do you know the Holy Trinity?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the Holy Trinity?
I know you're going to say the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's-
you obviously believe in
Right,
ghosts.
right. Remember, I'm the one that said I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah,
it's like,
I'm the
oh,
guy
no.
that's
I'm
no.
not the one
We're
that's
the
all
no's.
against it. Yeah.
But you know, since my death experience, I've been able to feel things, see things. They've taken me into locations that, like, I'm blind to everything. I don't know where we're going, don't know who we're talking to, and you know, I get out the car and I'm like, I smell funeral flowers. Like, this place isn't good, and come to find out it's a funeral home, or it used to be a funeral home, like 10, 15 years ago. Things
That's
like
cool.
That. So, like, ever since my death experience, I've felt it, and I can sense it on people and things like that. I reckon I'm a little bit closer to that other side than most people.
It's like you touch the river Styx, but you just put your finger in.
No,
I don't know.
we
You smell-
went full blast. Like,
Oh.
yeah. Like I actually told the nurse, I explained my whole, when they revived me, it was really weird because I was open on the table and I was looking down, and they literally
Yikes.
reached inside me and zapped my heart to bring me back. Boom. You know, these little paddles. And I told the nurse about that, and she was like, "There's no way. There's no way you would have known that. There's no way, even if you would have woke up, that you would have seen that, because you're guarded from everything when you're in surgery. So, like, how do we explain those things?"
So you saw yourself on the
being out
table
there.
Yeah.
with your chest open. And everything?
Yep. And then I got ripped, and when I say ripped, it's like I was watching everything, and all of a sudden, like, I was up really fast, like boom, and I was in the awesomest place I've ever been in my life. Total peace.
Oh, so you were going to the good place, not the bad place.
Well, yes, I hope so.
Okay, good.
As God willing. But it was a field, and the only way I can explain it is just peace, and a huge tree with a lot of light, and something told me that I wasn't ready yet, that I had things to do. So, and I was kind of upset because when I got slapped back is when I was recovering from my surgery, and I had 56 staples in my stomach. So, that's a painful, right back into pain. But
Damn.
yeah, that was my experience. That's what made me a believer. So
You're on your way to somewhere cool, and they sent you back to this crap hole.
Yeah, life is suffering.
Ah, dang it.
yeah, but we're all here for a reason,
I know,
right?
I know.
So,
And this is your reason to come here today. Tell
well,
us that story.
I've had people tell me that too. So you know what I mean. It's a pretty cool thing to, hear everybody talk on what they believe in, and then actually give my story. So
So what was the scariest thing you ever saw? Was it that shadow?
no, actually, I won't go into too much detail because of the people that are involved. But I was like thrown into an exorcism, and I had some crazy stuff happen where we heard hoof prints on the bottom of the floor.
Ooh, that's fun.
So not just hoof prints on the floor, but like it felt like it was coming through the bottom of the floor. That was about the scariest I've ever been, because that will actually test your spirituality.
Did you check behind you, make sure somebody didn't have coconuts or something?
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. We got to be thorough. you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but that I would say
That would
that's the
freak me out.
scariest.
Yeah. I would be out the door.
But it's like fun scared,
Yeah, no, it's
Not
not.
really.
It's not fun at all.
because you can get hurt.
That's like a roller coaster.
I'd be out that door, man.
I mean, I've had people get scratched around me. I've been touched. Females get touched certain ways in certain situations. Like, we've had all kinds of experiences like that. So,
Ugh.
Well, so how do you know when you're watching one of these other guys do it? What are some of the common things that you see in those like videos, or an example, or I guess like TV shows that they do too? What are the most like fake things that they do that all of them do? Because I know that they have certain equipment, like they'll have that one, the spirit box or whatever, and you like switch between frequencies, and they'll like shout little letters from different radio stations to talk. So that's one of them.
the only way I can explain that is I can feel it.
So you know if they're doing it for real or not.
Right. So, we're in the new, technology is coming up where we have AI. And AI can make everything look believable, right?
That's a ghost in itself.
Yeah, exactly, ghost in the machine. So, but if you can cause something like that to happen, then you can fool people. You can make it look, fake and stuff like that. But if you're like me, you can actually feel it. So when you see it, you actually feel the energy behind it. So there are some locations that, like, Ghost Adventures have gone to, and like Kindred Spirits have gone to, where I could actually feel the energy through the TV of what they were experiencing. And it's kind of like she was saying, with the imprinting of like emotions and stuff, that's what you get a lot of time, because they can't come out and talk to you. So the only way they can really do it is affect your body the way that they're feeling affected. So, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so you're actually feeling, if they had dysentery, you're feeling dysentery. If they had a brain injury, you're feeling brain injuries, and I hate those, especially on the side of the road. So we have a lot of deaths on the side of the road from brain injuries, and when you travel, I can feel that. You know what I mean? It's like an instant headache.
So anywhere somebody has passed away and
It's
you
all
go there,
around
you
you.
can feel it.
It's all
That's-
around you all the time.
That's tough.
Not to mention, if you really want to get in the rabbit hole, are we talking about spirit guides and guardian angels?
Yeah, wouldn't it be super crowded with how many people have died, though?
Yeah, like are you feeling death here now? Like
Yeah.
people died
That's-
right here probably.
Yeah, I feel it everywhere. The house has got attachment to it.
Do you watch the show Ghosts?
Yeah, it is creepy in there.
I love it.
It's a
I love
creepy
that
little
show.
house.
I love that show. The UK version's good too. I like both of them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or Nuke's Top 10.
Sorry. Oh, what is it?
Nuke's Top 10.
Nuke's Top 10. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, on YouTube. It's pretty good.
I bet you go in the back room in here, man. There's stuff. Maybe I am. Maybe I do believe, huh?
You never talked about what you were smoking.
I did when we started.
This pipe. Well, we're talking
I guess
ghosts, man.
you're not allowed to talk about smoking anymore. That's why you changed the pipe, because you burned your shirt.
Almost every shirt that I have and every pair of pants has little tiny holes.
Well,
From
you got to
being here.
graduate to be a big boy
From being
cigar
here at the
smoker
shop.
instead
Yeah.
of like a little baby that drops them everywhere.
Well, that's pretty cool. So, like, I guess the exorcism is. So you just willingly go into
No.
them anytime, knowing that could
Those
happen?
seem like they're a little bit
No.
more intense.
They are, and we went in under circumstances we probably shouldn't have done that, and that's all I can really say about that one.
How come nobody
what I
ever
mean?
has proof of it though? Like, there's
see, that's
never a
what we try to
video
do.
of somebody.
That's what we try to do.
But then again, who wants to be videoed throwing up all over themselves?
Right.
Yeah, exorcism. That would be. I'd watch one of those. Like, even because since I don't get them, maybe I wouldn't be that affected if I was in the room. Because if you put like a normal person in the room with no cool superpowers like you guys, would they be able to experience it? You think? Because they'd
Yes.
have to want to experience it.
Yes. Yeah, you can open yourself up to it if you wanted to.
So what if you go in super closed, but
Not me.
and you're still going into an
I'm still not
exorcism,
buying
but
it.
you're all closed up? Like, how would that work? Would they feel?
They
would
find
would
a
he
way.
have gone and saw the horse guys on the floor?
Well,
Heard the horse feet,
they'll,
hooves.
they'll affect you
called.
as they need to. Let's
Okay.
put it that way. So, like, if you go in a situation like you're saying, like, hey, I don't believe in you, this, that, and the other, and you get a little disrespectful.
I'm not going to be
you-
disrespectful.
No, I'm
okay?
just saying, like, if you push the boundary a little bit,
Yeah.
like, Zach Vagans does,
Mm-hmm.
you push that boundary a little bit, and then to see if you get a reaction, sometimes that reaction's not what you want.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
What do you
wouldn't
think,
wanna
Jack?
be-
I kind of want to. Like, you want to?
I don't think I don't still.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
still on the
swayed.
fence.
I'm not swayed.
No, you're not even on the fence. You're on the other
I'm
side.
nowhere near the fence.
I'm on the fence. It took like 10 minutes for me to get on the fence.
Nah.
Yeah, but
What about you, Lee?
you want to believe.
Yeah, but
so-
I'll
so
go
bad.
home
I
tonight
still
and not
do-
believe
That's
it.
the
God,
thing
man.
is, if you want to believe, and no offense, but everything that you're saying is emotions and feel like, and
Yep.
your emotions can do so much to you.
Yep.
When you died, all the chemicals and everything that was going on in your brain.
Yeah.
like
That
I
could have
don't
just
know.
been a really intense
Not
trip.
trying to disrespect
That I'm
your
still
stories
on.
or anything
Yeah,
like
but-
that, but I still don't believe. I don't
They
think
do like the chemical. It feel like the drug DMT.
Yeah.
Like it's like a DMT trip. Whenever when you die, everything
Yeah.
happens, and like you have
That's what I'm
that
saying.
hallucination. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
No. Just a question. I just wanted to get the question on audio. Would you say that, like how he's saying that he's not swayed or whatever, would you say that somebody would probably have to have some sort of contact for their mind to be changed?
It would help.
Right.
You know what I mean? It would definitely help.
Well, he had the story with this made up dream that they're talking about, and I guess he's been touched, and he's still not a believer.
They're onto us, dude.
The more
Yeah, I'm
I
not
think
buying
about it,
that.
I know, but the older I get, the more logical I become.
I know, me
Group
too.
hallucination.
There's a million reasons that we could have seen that.
Remember, I heard my name whispered, but my name is Lee, so it could be anything. It could
have been the wind
anything.
cutting through at a certain, like the hole was a certain size to make that
Right,
noise.
but
And
even
maybe you guys had like
at that
asbestos in
time,
there, and
at that time,
Well-
I knew it was real, but then later on, I'm like, it's kind
Yeah.
of stupid. That's
Well, you say that our old house was haunted with the one that we lived in with mom, but grandma says that we just had
mostly we
rats.
just-
Lee thinks every house that he's
Mostly-
ever lived in has been haunted.
mostly we just tried to scare you growing up.
You
but-
know, like when I was a
Oh,
baby,
that's right.
pots and pans, wind up
he would be
toys.
screaming. He would like screaming. You go back
Oh,
there.
man, I was a
he's
baby and I was
We picked him
screaming.
up and when we'd listen, dickhead.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Then we'd go out and turn the TV back on, right, and watch our movie. And then there's still a baby screaming from his room.
Says who?
Yeah.
Ask Gina.
She's not reputable.
Okay, I'm just telling you, it scared the
I love
shit
you,
out of
Gina,
us.
but she's not reputable.
toys
and
used to
neither are
turn
you,
on.
because you want to believe this stuff.
We need to
I
take them
don't.
into that house, see what's going on.
I think they're swaying you.
Well, grandma said it was the pots and
I know,
pans
it's weird.
going off. There would be pots and pans clanging around.
I don't mean to be like
or,
the-
like wind up toys
sect.
going off.
No, absolutely be that way. What,
coming
Jared?
in.
Can't be any other way. I am who I am.
Does he call you Jackson all the time?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Calls me Jared all the time.
He usually calls me gay boy or like asshole or stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, that's
So,
our love
asshole.
language. Yeah.
Hi.
See how I respond to it?
Yeah.
100%. I've been called worse, so.
Hi. So I'm Elsa.
Hello, Elsa.
Hi. I just had to come over.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Come on.
We've been saying a lot of
Get
junk
'em.
over here.
Get him. Yeah, get him.
Put that thing as close
Again,
as
I'm
you
not
can get.
trying to be a
though.
jerk.
Yeah.
I just,
I don't want to get
I think it
you,
would be really cool.
but I do have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe in life after death?
No.
Not at all.
No, ma'am.
So there would be no.
That's not life after death.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
I said then there would be no convincing you that there's something else after you pass.
Unless it is proven.
So
So
you-
you would convince me with, like she said, science and like, if I saw it, if, you know,
Do you believe in God
yeah.
And Jesus?
and heaven and all that?
So I think
So that's after death.
that's life after
That's
death.
not
She's
life
talking.
after death.
Dude, that's not
okay,
what she's
so
getting
not
at.
the word life. Then remove the word life.
Do I believe
does
that
Afterlife.
something
does your soul
happens
goes
after you die?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
guess
what
you
you're
just got to be
asking.
literal with
Or is
this
that what
guy.
you're asking?
Literal, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
He
that.
got his nickname for a reason, I guess.
asshole. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so with spirit, okay, and spirit has been talked about and worshipped and part of every culture. Spirit,
Yes.
not just humans walking the earth, but spirit for centuries, eons. Yet you still hold the position that you don't believe that there are spirits.
Right.
Heck, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Accurate. Everything you said is true. Yes. Well, what you were talking about earlier about energy. How do we know that's ghost? How do we know? Because I mean, I guess I kind of believe in that because they say energy never really dies.
Right.
It just goes on to other things.
Right.
But, and who's to say that energy that I felt was a ghost?
Well, I think that's the problem here is you're putting the label ghost, and probably putting to that the images of, the
Casper.
spirit.
Okay. Well, let me rephrase. Maybe not ghost. Maybe someone who passed away and their spirit or their
Soul.
aura,
Their
soul,
energy.
whatever. How do we know it's that energy of another human being who's actually manipulating things and like the sounds and things like that? How do we know that's what that is?
How do you know it's not?
I don't. I'm waiting to be convinced. That's like saying I
think
don't
you
know
have to
that
go and do
unicorns aren't real, but I'm not going to believe them either. You know.
My gift has been, I'm a
They're
psychic
lining
people
up.
off.
Talk to me. They're lining up.
Hold on. Say it again.
I'm a psychic artist.
Okay.
And a lot of what I get using my art and drawing and just going into places that I've never been before are documentable, actual drawings of people that are in that place or were in that place.
That's so creepy, man. Like an old house or something.
What do
You see
you
a little
mean?
kid standing out front that died there or something.
Well, I can give you a good example.
Yeah.
Back when I first started doing this with this group, we went up to Little Washington. And I knew nothing about Little Washington or the history or anything. We went into the courthouse. I'm sitting in the courthouse. It was one of the first times I met Erica. We were sitting in the courthouse, and I was sitting where the prosecution would have sat. And I started drawing. And I drew this gentleman that I could plainly see in my mind's eye, because it's not something that, not like I see you. Mm-hmm. It's up here, like a movie is playing. And I translated that to the paper. The picture I drew of that gentleman mirrored, which I didn't know until a couple hours later, a picture out of a history book of a gentleman who had shot the defense? No, he shot the prosecution, and then he killed himself right there in that spot. I had no prior knowledge of that. How do you explain something like that?
I don't.
See, that's why I know that there's spirit. And I've done that more than once. I've done that quite a few times since, where I'll be in a situation, I'll get these images and these feelings, and for me, I translate it into my drawings. I've translated into paintings before, which take on a little life of their own. I don't even know how to explain that, but it's happened. And I feel that because matter can neither be created nor destroyed, that we're transitioning through our lives, that we do become energy, that energy that we are comes back or can come back. If there's trauma, it's going to play out. Gettysburg's a great example of trauma. I mean, thousands died in Gettysburg. If you go to Gettysburg, you're going to feel spirit. You're going to feel that there. You're going to feel the spirit of the loss, the anger, the angst. You're going to get that. If you don't, I have no explanation for why you wouldn't.
Because he's dead inside.
Right, and I have no explanation why you would. That's what I'm saying. You believe, I don't. I would love to be convinced. Like the drawing that you're talking about. How do you said that that was a real picture or
In a
something?
history
Yeah.
book.
How did you find that picture?
Actually, Brandon, our leader of No Quarter Paranormal, had the history. And but I hadn't seen it. I hadn't known anything about it. And
So he already had it. You drew it, and I guess showed him, and he was like, "Wait a second, I've seen this before."
yeah.
And showed
Wait
it
a
to you.
minute. Yeah. And went through the book and found the picture.
Did something happen to you? Like one day you woke up and now you're psychic, or
I have had, I have seen things since I was a small child where I would pick up on energy in the area that I was in. Some of it was, good. Some of it was scary as all get out. Grew up, went to college, met my husband, had kids. Every time something happened to me, I would shut it down because I had kids. I didn't want anything around me. And I felt like something was trying to get to me or through me. The older I got, and it was actually the pandemic, where I reconnected with my art. And I immediately started painting and doing these very unusual paintings. And Mike actually has one in his house. The paintings would take on a form or a shape or faces and just be coming out of the canvas. That's when this all started for me. As far as getting involved with a paranormal group, the initial group I got involved with was more Zach Baggins-ish, and I turned off again because I wasn't going to have any part of people.
who is that?
Zach Baggins.
Yeah.
He's one of the investigators that's got a very popular show,
Oh, okay.
and he antagonizes spirit.
Oh, that's what you were saying earlier. The guy that
Yeah.
does that. Okay.
Okay, that is the worst thing he can do, is go in and absolutely antagonize or belittle or challenge. And, like you were saying, I want to get it. No, don't.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
what about
geez.
all the other non-believers who do antagonize them but never have the experience that
These
you're
are called
talking about?
believers.
Believers. And what about the people who, like the thousands upon thousands of people who go to the Gettysburg, battle areas and don't feel anything. And obviously, your picture, I can't, without seeing the two pictures side by side,
Right.
I'm not calling you a liar, but like there's people who have a Dorito that look like Jesus. I don't know. I can't explain it, you know? That doesn't, to me, convince me. But you don't have to convince me. Like, if you believe it, of course. I'm not here saying that it's not true.
Right.
I would love it if it was. That'd be cool.
Oh, no, and it's not my job to convince
Right,
you.
exactly.
But I was just, when I was sitting over there and I was listening to you, it was like you were completely shutting your mind off to the possibility.
No, I would love to, but I just, too much logic behind what I believe. Not what I believe, but I feel like there's a logical explanation for all of the things you guys are talking about. Or even if there's not, just because I don't know what the explanation is, doesn't mean that there isn't an explanation. I would love it if it was that, and I would love to be convinced, and I would love to see what you guys have seen.
Okay, hold on.
So you keep saying you haven't seen it or you haven't felt it, so it can't be real. Do you believe in God?
I didn't say that. I said because
No,
I
that
haven't
was something
seen
I
it
was saying.
or felt it, I don't believe in it. That doesn't
But
mean
do
that
you
I don't.
believe in God? Have you felt God? Have you seen God?
Yes,
You have?
every day.
Okay. So if you felt what we've felt.
If I felt it, absolutely.
Okay, so
100%
why
I would
are
believe
you
it.
so closed off that you just can't believe what thousands of other people have felt?
Because there's billions of other people that haven't felt it.
Like the flat Earth.
And there's billions
my
of people
God.
that don't
There-
believe in God.
No, no, no.
There's thousands of people believe that. Again, I'm not closed off. I know it seems like that, and I don't mean to come across as an asshole or anything.
Oh no,
but
I don't feel like you're being an asshole. I'm just trying to
want
get
to be
the
convinced.
root of it.
I would love to be convinced.
I'm
But I'm
more
not.
on the. I'm
Question
the one
for
that's.
you guys. So, like to Jared, what Jared is saying, do you think that like energy or spirits can manifest themselves in a way that's like totally subconscious? Like you just end up having totally bad luck all the time because something's attached to you. Like you're always stuck in traffic.
That's
You're
you.
always hurting yourself. You're always
He's got that. That's
you're
him.
always losing.
I believe that that's
no.
positive
I'm saying
energy.
though, it's like it might not present itself like directly like as a ghost or a spirit. It's just showing itself in just bad things happening to you in life, losing people around you, crazy stuff happening to you, stubbing your toe all the time. You know, just like crazy stuff like
All
that.
of that can be explained, though. Having a completely negative outlook on life, people will leave you. If you don't pay attention to your surroundings, you're going to stub your toe. Like,
Yeah.
things not working. Lee, we downloaded that app, and it just wasn't working for you.
Yeah.
And it wasn't working for me either.
But it was
And then after
user
like
error.
2 minutes, it was user error.
Yeah.
So
But
I don't
you've
know.
seen it
I've
always
seen
happen
it,
to me.
But you get
Maybe you're
so
just
stressed
impatient,
out.
and it's your reaction that
But
makes
I
it
think
that's
so,
kind of
too.
what we're talking about, though. I get
think
so
that
stressed
you
out,
get
so I bring more
so-
of that onto myself.
And that's kind of what we're talking about with the energy is like, yeah, somebody thinks they're going to have bad luck. They're bringing that bad energy on themselves and then they have bad luck. And that's not saying it's a ghost, but there's paranormal activity outside of it being a ghost.
Maybe.
And I think that's what some people don't understand is paranormal doesn't always mean ghost or spirit. It means activity.
See, I just don't
So
think
it's
life
like,
is that cool.
it's
and
like The
it's
Secret.
never going to be cool.
It's like The Secret.
Life is boring, you know.
Like attracts like.
Life is boring if you let it be boring.
Well, like you know,
You're a grown man. You have
when
a
I
whole
was a
life to
kid,
live.
I was in the shower, right, and
All right, wait,
Oh,
hold on.
this ain't that
Whoa.
kind of show, son.
a little kid. It was before all that.
That's even worse. We're not talking about little kids in the shower.
It was me. I was in the shower, and I was, you know, I was playing with the water in the shower, and I saw it coming off my hands. I was like, oh my god, what if I had water powers? And then I was like, oh no, it's just running down my hand. So it's stuff like that. Like I want it to be cool and awesome, but like it's probably just water running down my back from a faucet. It's not
That's what
like
I mean. There's explanations
Yeah.
for these things.
But-
Just because I don't know it doesn't mean that there's not.
You guys have used the word powers.
Well, he did.
And-
oh yeah, that was me. I'm
Yeah.
stupid.
You know, he's like,
I look at this as a gift from God. You know, there are many gifts of the Holy Spirit. And I firmly believe that what I've been given is a gift of the Holy Spirit. There are times that I've actually spoken to people, and I guess you would say it was a reading. God, I hate those words. But
It's been so saturated with so many fakes that, I see what you're saying.
it's like medium. It's like
Right.
the word medium, or psychic, which has a whole nother connotation. But the best thing I can say about my gift from the Holy Spirit is I'm a psychic artist, because I don't draw things that I visually see,
You draw things that you feel.
that I see in my head. So it's psychic. When we're talking about powers, we put things in a different realm. You know, it's like when we say ghost instead of spirit, it puts it in a whole different classification. You
Yeah,
know?
it makes people like automatically more just kind of question it because of all the shows that we watch and all the reality TV
Exactly.
Like I
shows
said,
and-
there's so much out there that has been fake that swore.
Oh,
and maybe
agreed.
that's what's making me such a. But I would love to believe it. I really would.
You think they're ever going to find the treasure at Oak Island?
No.
But they swear it's there.
Yeah.
That's how it
Sure.
feels. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, but that's the problem
that's what
because
those
that
shows do.
show made it. Yeah.
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 Next time.
Yeah, definitely.
It's gonna happen.
And
then it just never
Bigfoot
does.
and all the other stuff. It's all been
Supernatural
so
stuff.
saturated with fake that
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
there is something real out there, you got jackholes like me saying no, it's not.
Yeah.
Good word. See, we
Well,
were talking
I
about words
apologize
yesterday.
for calling you an asshole.
No,
No.
he is one. It's okay.
But I wanted your
Don't
attention.
apologize. He is
You
an
got it.
asshole.
Yeah, don't apologize. You didn't hurt. I'm not insulted, and I hope I didn't insult you.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
We're just two people having a conversation.
Absolutely.
So are you convinced?
Nope.
I went back off the fence for a little bit there. I keep moving around. I just don't think life is cool enough for stuff like that to exist.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like the poster boy for depression.
yeah.
yeah, maybe that's my
He
gift
just wants
from
to
God.
be. He likes the attention, I think.
Yeah, I don't get enough, I guess.
I love you, Jack.
No, I just think
wanna
there's,
cycle
like
some
we were
other people
talking,
in.
there's always a realistic explanation
You're right.
for it. And every time I think something cool happened, like I have a good little ghost thing that happened to me, or spirit, or energy, or aura, paranormal. There was this thing called the demon dog over in where I went to college in North Carolina. We're here now. I have to say North Carolina because I live in Virginia.
Yeah.
But in Boone, North Carolina, out in the mountains, and my friends and I read all these legends that like folk tales, if you will, that if you go down this road, that's by an old church, and if you came back the road, like left the church or whatever, you would see like a dog chasing after you in your rearview mirror. And like they said that the dog was gigantic and it would chase after you and you get, it was scary or whatever. And we were like, okay, so yeah, we definitely want to try that. Because like I said, I like amateur ghost hunting and going and finding out stuff and putting myself in positions like that because it's fun for me.
Spirit hunting.
Yes, sorry. Spirit and aura and energy hunting.
Wow.
And we went to that place around 2 a.m. We went in there and we drove down the road. It's all dark, nothing like at all. We couldn't see anything apart from what our headlights were showing us. So we go out and the church is like on our right. And we're sitting here in the middle of the woods in the car on a dirt path, like half a mile down this dark dirt path, waiting for this freaking demon dog, and it's not coming up. So we turn all the lights off on the car. We turn the car off. And in the church, we see just a red light just glowing. Church, all the lights are off. Like this church is not like really active. And it's 2 a.m. There's a red light glowing. And we're like, oh my God, do you see that? And then that freaks us out. We get out of there. We drive away. And, no dog. But then 2 a.m. still, right? Maybe it's like 3 now. We're going down this twisty, turny, winding road. And we see a white dog. And we call that in the middle of the road. And we call that the angel dog. But then, because it protected us from the demon dog.
Yeah.
And then on the drive back, we saw all these deer. And deer, you know about them. They don't really like look directly at you. They look side to side because their eyes.
Yeah.
These deer were looking as we passed every time, would look directly at the car and look into our eyes. Like we were making eye contact with these deer every single time we drove past one. And we thought that they were, skinwalkers.
Can I ask you a question about the story?
Yeah.
Were you guys high?
I was gonna say something. I didn't want to. I feel like I'm.
Well, those deer were totally
Saying too much.
skinwalkers, though.
Yeah, right.
Wendigos.
Right.
I guess I shouldn't say that word if that.
Yeah,
it
you
draws-
guys-
I said it twice now.
You guys
I used to not
convinced
say
each
it.
other that there was a
Yeah.
devil dog or demon
No,
dog.
we didn't see demon dog. We saw the.
angel
It was a
dog.
literal dog, like an
Angel
alive.
God, Lee.
It was an alive dog.
Get
Like
it right.
we saw. It was a white lab. It was like alive. It was an actual dog just laying in the middle of the road on a highway. We're like, oh my god,
Spooky.
what's going on there? And the dog got up and walked back to its house. But we called that the angel dog.
So everything
Like,
had
what's
an
that?
explanation. That was a
Yeah.
great story.
What's that dog doing there though?
I held off the button for that.
It's 2
I
in
was
the
waiting for
morning.
the plane. Land the plane.
I was, dude.
Hey man, that's what I mean. Like
I was waiting
we were,
for you to say something
so it
like
was stuff like that.
It
Like
really did happen.
we see the red light. It's glowing. What's that? Probably an exit sign in the church, right? That's got to be it. They left it on. But every time, and I've gone back.
coming up?
I've gone back many times, and every single time there is that creepy vibe there, and that red light's still there. So I do think it's just an exit sign that they leave on overnight.
There's probably 1,000 things it could be.
But that's
Yeah.
how it always ends up for me, man. That's because
Same here.
you
I
see all the
was-
cool stuff, and then you're like, no, somebody just left their dog in the middle of the road, and these deer were all of them for
Well, you're
the
out in the
longest
middle of
time
nowhere.
just staring
a lot
at
of
us.
people have dogs that just roam.
Dude, it was like a paved road.
Man,
What does that mean?
do you remember?
Dogs
middle
aren't
of
allowed on
nowhere.
paved roads.
And what about the deer? Why were they staring at us?
You're a car coming at them. They're
Making
gonna
eye
look. They're gonna
contact?
point their ears and their face your
Yeah.
way to hear
See?
you.
Exactly.
Jared, do you remember Jesse from when we were
There we
kids?
go.
Jesse Bean?
A friend, yeah. Dang, I wasn't gonna use his government name.
Sorry,
But anyway.
it's not really Bean.
I actually haven't talked to him in like 20 years, but I did. But anyway, we were good friends. We were on his paper route or whatever. So we stayed up all night, and it was the morning. The sun's getting ready to come up, and we're walking, and I see this like ghost, scared the living crap out of
I'm
me.
already thinking
standing
sleep
over
deprived.
there. But of course,
Your mind is already-
The closer
yeah.
we get, I'm just about to throw up. I'm so scared that there's guys just standing there. He's not
Yeah.
going to vanish into thin air. It was a mop. Boy, I scared
what I'm
saying.
saying.
To
Yeah, you work
death
yourself
that day,
up.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to say one thing though. This group that I'm happily a part of, we do everything in our power to use logic, debunk. Go in. We check floorboards for creaking.
Oh yeah,
you know.
see if anybody planted anything.
God, I would love to
Yeah.
go with
Oh,
you
do
guys.
people try
would
to
be
do
so
that?
cool.
Do they plant stuff and try to trick you guys?
Not that we've encountered yet.
Or they're just really
Okay,
good at tricking.
Challenge accepted.
I'd love to go with them.
No.
Me too.
No,
When's the next
I'm
one?
kidding. I'm
I'll
kidding.
go.
Yeah,
I'll go
when's
with
the
you.
next one? I'll go. That sounds so fun.
I won't invite anything.
But
Yeah.
there's
He's got bad energy.
No, I don't.
A lot of times what we do are for private residents, and we keep their anonymity because things are personal.
Yeah,
A lot of times
absolutely.
things do get
Of
personal.
course, you don't want to I understand.
But I do understand what you're saying about the more you believe in
We'll
it,
let them know.
the more likely you are to
To see it
see it
or feel it.
or feel
Yeah.
it. But I can only really speak to my own experiences, and there's no explanation.
I would love to have that.
So, guys, we have two others that want to come on and
Yeah.
ask some questions.
Want me to
If
jump
we can
out?
Get you nerds to
right.
go this way. Are you going to leave?
I'm leaving.
Oh.
Well, I'm hitting the road.
I know. I hear you, man. I hear you. I figured you loved your nephew enough to hang out with him, but no, that's cool. I wasn't either.
You thought wrong.
That's good. Come on, gentlemen. I got questions for you. See, it's rapid fire. We're just going to.
Okay, I'm cool.
You're ready. She's here for
And
it.
what I don't know, she does, or he does.
Okay, we'll go. All right, buddy. All right, let's get you guys in frame. Let's get some headphones on, and
That looks like a nice little whiskey.
yeah, we're gonna.
Do you have some information or resources for him to be able to sit with you at some time or sit with
that's-
someone?
That's something that
He said he's open to it.
that's something that Brandon would have to
Coordinate?
coordinate. Yeah.
Okay.
He's giving them
Oh,
a card.
perfect.
All right, microphone 3. Who do we have?
Can you hear me? Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I'm Zach Mitchell.
Zach.
And I'm
Tell us a little bit about yourself first before you tell us what you're smoking.
I am a tired Marine.
Yes.
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, so I've been to Waverly quite a bit. I got into all of like spiritual findings probably whenever I was 10, and I worked the summer cutting grass and everything to save up for paranormal equipment.
Dang,
'Cause
so
I
you're
was-
into this.
I was.
What?
I haven't done it in a while, like a long time.
Okay, before we get into that, what are you smoking? I didn't know you were going to get into that right off the bat.
Smoking Dunbarton and Trust Somber Mesa Blue.
Nice. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is a mouthful.
Is it, what is it, Connecticut? Is it a lighter smoke or what?
It's a lighter smoke. The tobacco on it's not flavored, but it has a sweeter tip, so it's like
Gotcha.
a
So
sweet
it's dipped.
tobacco.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not dipped.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's like a big conspiracy because they're like, "What did you dip this in?" To
Yeah.
Steve Saka, and he was like, "Nothing. It's just how it is."
That's just how sweet we are.
Exactly.
And what are you drinking?
Mary Dowling or
You don't even know?
High West Burr Rye, one of the two. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. The Burr Rye.
Okay. And Mike 4, who do we have?
I'm Roger.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is
Your own
weird.
voice.
If you take one back,
There you go.
then it kind of makes it a little bit easier because
yeah.
that's our wireless one. So there's kind of a little bit of a.
I'm Roger, a Navy psychiatrist.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
Currently working with Marines with this current billet.
Yeah,
but,
we need lots of psychological help.
You guys,
We need all the
tip of
psychological
spear
help
in
we
many
can
ways.
get.
He has his workload cut out for him.
Yeah.
I'd like to I'd like to go on a crayon diet if I could, stop eating so many crayons. But Roger, what are you smoking? Oh, you're not.
I got my
Oh, it's
sticks
over
over there, but that one's the H. Upman Heritage, the Nicaragua.
I like H. Upman. Yeah.
And this pour is Heaven Hill, the 2025 Chinkapin
Nice.
oak.
Okay. All right. So then now let's go back to what you were saying. Let's get into that and give us a little bit of your guys' background on whether you believe, whether you don't believe, what got you into it.
So I believe I grew up watching like all the ghost hunting channels and stuff like that, watching YouTube videos. I have a lot of suppressed memories that I forgot whenever I was younger. So I'm not gonna say those because
Yeah, don't.
I could be making those up.
I was just, that's what I was saying about my story. It could be just in my brain. It could just
Yeah.
be something I've dreamt or
But
something.
like one thing I know, my grandpa, he owned or was living in a very old house in southern Indiana. And it's been through multiple national disasters. Like in Indiana, we had a flood. The family died in the flood. Like 3 years later, there was a tornado came through. The new family died in that house. And then
Whoa.
it was rebuilt and had an electrical fire, and a child was killed in the house.
Jeez.
And there was.
Were you that child? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Come on.
A lot of tragedy there.
Yeah, a lot of tragedy.
Yeah.
But somehow there was still things from the house that survived the fires and those disasters. Don't know how, but they were kind of scattered throughout the house.
Right.
One of them was a painting of a child. I don't think it's the one that died.
Right.
It seemed a little from like the early 1900s type of painting. But I was learning how to play guitar, and for some reason, every time I would play it, I'll play it for that painting. So something was drawing me to that painting.
Yeah.
So that's that story. And then the one that really kicked it off and made me know that it's believable is I got family from Chattanooga, Tennessee. So I was doing a ghost tour, naturally. And the lady,
Have you done the one here?
I haven't.
You should.
Okay, I'll try it out. The lady has the same gift as you, and she was talking, saying that she could feel an energy of a young child and said that it was coming from you, pointing at my mom. And I looked at her, I was like, what is she talking about? And my mom kind of scuffled, and apparently she had a miscarriage before me. Never knew about it. And how that lady was able to call that out is wild. But as soon as she said that, I felt 3 fingers on my back impress. And I stood up, turned around, no one was behind me.
So then you clearly believe.
Oh, yeah.
You're a big time believer. Yeah, I think we're networking here. I think we just set
think
you
I
up
came
with
on a
the
good
group.
day.
Yeah, you
You
came
told
on a
me to
good day. I
come,
think you
and
guys got a new member here. What do you think, Roger? As a medical doctor.
This is not the opinion of the entire medical field. So I'll give that disclaimer. But I was, saying I'm a true believer in everything that you guys are saying. And
Dang, we got believers on.
well, I
You
mean,
guys got to help me out here. Just kidding.
so I mean,
You are now outnumbered.
Well, I believe in God.
Yeah.
And the
I mean,
Holy
I guess I
Spirit.
believe in fear. And
Yeah.
so, in those
Right.
instances where you're like, something's off or,
Yeah.
whatever it is, you can call it paranoia or whatever. But, my question was, how do you, obviously I deal with people that have hallucinations. And earlier the word hallucinations came up and you were like, you had a reaction to it. So I'm curious, in my field where people are having, legitimate hallucinations, and hallucinations for everybody is alteration of sensorium. So anything that any changes in what you see or hear or feel, or even smell, and that's not in touch with reality.
Right.
It's not a far gap between those two, and sometimes they might overlap. And so, I was saying sometimes, how do I challenge that? I know that I don't know everything.
How do you know it's not a hallucination and it's something that's a spiritual gift?
I mean, yeah, ultimately.
Well, that's the thing about this all too. Like none of us can prove whether it is or isn't real or not real. So
Right, and it's based off of their perception.
Yeah, right.
And as much as I try to shrink the brain,
Yeah.
I can't get in there. And so, yeah.
So I think what you're saying, like with hallucinations and all of that, and trying to differentiate between what is an actual hallucination and what we actually think is paranormal, has to do with brain chemistry, right? Mm-hmm. People who are having hallucinations and need medications, they're changing their brain chemistry. Mm-hmm. What we're talking about is them feeling energy around them. And like, that's just hard to differentiate. So it's like deep diving in questions like, when do you feel it? Do you feel it all the time? Is it always something different? So I think it's just getting to the science behind it. Like, do I feel like your brain chemistry is wrong, or are you just feeling things that are actually happening?
Yeah, but your brain can make you feel different ways. Like your brain can affect if you're hot or cold, right? Am I wrong?
Right.
Okay, I'd like to.
I'm not saying that that's not right. I'm just.
I'd like to go back to something that was asked of me earlier. It was like, when did I start this? My brother was in Vietnam when I was a small child. I was 5 years old when he joined the Marine Corps. He's 13 years older than I am.
Semper Fidelis.
But he was in Vietnam. I missed him terribly, horribly. He was my hero. I would lay at night and be going to sleep. And in your world, I would be hallucinating. But in my world, I was seeing my brother. I was seeing him in the jungle. I was seeing him doing things. I was seeing some horrific things for a 6-year-old at that time. Not understanding. My brother was injured at one point. I saw it. I saw it happen. I knew before the gentleman came with our notification that he was in a hospital.
Oh, man.
I knew it. I was 6. Mm-hmm. That gift has followed me all my life. I was able to know when deaths were going to happen. For me, that was always a problem because when my dad got diagnosed with cancer, I knew before they told me, and I was in Greenville and they were here in Jacksonville. I knew what hospital room to go to. Nobody told me. Those kind of things were happening to me throughout my life. My father-in-law passed. I knew he passed before we got the phone call. And I had my kids prepped to go to Fayetteville, where they were, before my husband even got home, before we got the phone call. So those kind of things were not hallucinations. As sad as those things were, I knew in my heart that they weren't hallucinations. When COVID hit and I started doing these paintings, it was brought to my brain somehow that these are important. I've got to do these. You know, they're going to push me in a different direction. And they didn't. And the things that I've experienced since, I can only explain as knowable facts. I know them in my heart. I know them in my brain. I can't explain it to, as far as the difference between somebody in a psychiatric crisis, except I'm calm.
And I guess when you said earlier, it's not like you saw it, but it was like a movie.
Yeah.
And
It absolutely plays out
was
like a
that kind
movie.
of similar to how it was for your brother?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Sorry about the smoke.
Oh, that's
Went
okay.
right to you.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm
So-
smoking something now.
Yeah.
Do you have like a scary, like the scariest moment type thing that's ever happened to you, or that you've experienced it? You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
For me, it was always knowing when somebody was going
Oh
to
yeah,
die.
okay. But
You
never
know,
like
You don't feel that energy
No.
today,
No,
right?
no,
I mean, I have a heart condition already, man.
no.
Well, there's a
But
doctor in the house. I think
I
I'm
have
fine.
shaken people's hands and know that they were on a very short time. You know, it's that part of it I don't like. I don't want to hold on to, but it is part of who I am.
It's a lot of weight.
That is a lot of weight because you can't like say, "Oh,
So then,
use your time wisely."
yeah. Oh yeah. Because then they're like, "What? You don't
Yeah.
know."
Yeah,
Do you do you have any experiences with that, like freaky things you can't explain that have happened to you? Because I know you do, obviously, Zach.
I mean, there's always stuff that you can't explain in the medical field. And, you know, we were saying earlier, if it's a brain chemistry thing, we're going to give medication.
Yeah.
And what happens if it doesn't work? You know, you guys might say, well, then it wasn't a mental health thing. This was a legitimate experience that they had. Us on the medical field, we would say, well, they just failed that medication. They didn't
You'd be
do
like,
one.
"That's outrageous. I do
Yeah.
not concur."
Right. And then you go down the line, failed medication after failed medication, and then you say, well, they're treatment resistant. And we would leave it at that.
Wow.
And, but I wonder how many of these cases there are that are out there that we label as treatment resistant. But really, there's probably something more on your guys' end of the spectrum that you could explain.
It's like Mike. You know, Mike went through trauma, major trauma. You know, he died. He came back. You know, there's many accounts of near-death experiences that have changed people. And you're dealing with military who have gone through trauma. You know, they're trying to deal with seeing things that their brains just don't want to wrap around. You know, is it possible that because we only use a small portion of our brain, is it possible that during these traumatic times, another portion of our brain is being released or opened to expand our experiences to help us cope with those kind
Like a
of traumas?
survival mechanism or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think really, that's mental health has only been on the forefront of things for, let's face it, the last like half century.
Yeah, it was bad back in the day. Huh?
Yeah, it was. And so,
Lobotomies, electrocution.
yeah. Well, on the electrocution side, we still do practice that today. It's called electroconvulsive therapy. It doesn't look like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest sort of thing where it's very violent. We give a paralytic and we essentially induce a seizure. And it's kind of like hitting the reset button on your computer. And sometimes after a while, after a few resets, everything kind of comes back to. But, you know, I think kind of in the vein that you were talking about, you know, military veterans and having traumatic flashbacks and everything like that, sometimes they describe it's like a movie. And it's like a movie that's playing in my head. And do you think that that's more on your guys' end of things, or is that just a manifestation of their mental health?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I have a son who has PTSD. He served, you know, shock and awe and all that stuff. He suffers, you know, but he's worked on it.
Does he have any kind of like
He does.
gift as well?
He does have a gift, which he's had since he was a child.
Do those things get passed down?
Yes,
Is
absolutely.
It so to use? See, I'm scared to do the air quotes thing now. You damn piece of shit. Is it
Say
genetic?
it.
Literally.
Say it.
Is it genetic?
It can be.
Okay.
I truly believe it is, because I know that my father was very, and I go out there. My dad was very sensitive.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it sensitive? That is the term, right?
Yeah, yeah. My mother was in denial of everything. She was not. She was uber. She was.
Her and Jarrett would need
Yeah,
to get a
she
beer
was
together.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah.
say, after she passed, did you say, I told you?
Actually, it was just before.
Oh, man. Gosh.
Good, Lee.
Yeah,
Man.
she had come to the realization.
Like you
that,
told her at the end, like you told
there's
her.
new stuff.
Damn.
But
That's insane.
I couldn't do
though.
that.
But like, not to like go too far and like too sensitive subjects. But did you know that was like coming? Or
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. She's able to hear. Oh, you didn't hear that
No,
part?
I was listening
Yeah,
to her
okay.
say it, but like, so you already had the foresight of that was
Yeah, I knew the day.
the result.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
you're a believer too, huh?
Dude, we've talked about this like many times, and like you brought up the word fear. I think it's like I'm a believer out of fear.
Out of
because
fear. I don't believe in them, but they better not come around me.
That's my thing. It's
Yeah, like- yeah.
It's almost like like going off the fear thing. It's like a respect, because it's like I don't want those problems type of deal.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like I respect it enough to be like, please, like,
Well, can
Don't
we all
come at me with
agree
that.
that, you know, our earthly dwelling here right now is enough to handle? I
Sure.
mean, we all
Oh, absolutely,
are
right.
dealing with society and everything that's going on around us, and it's a lot.
no need for the added sprinkle of that too.
But,
Yeah. Oh, and also there's dead people all around you.
Works
and-
hard enough.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, but I really believe, in the past few years that there has been, and Mike can speak to this, there has been a surge of energy.
I could only imagine that though, for sure.
Yeah.
Bad energy. Sorry.
Yeah, there is a balance, because without the bad, you can't feel the good.
Sure.
And without the good, you can't feel the bad. So the yin and the yang of it.
So we're doing our part on the bad side sometimes.
We got it covered.
Yo.
But what I'm trying to get at is there are spirits that are struggling to try and get to the light. There's, and I say that with knowledge that I've seen spirit go to the light. I also know that there are some very, very dark things that are on this planet that are working to drag us down.
See, like when you're saying like, do you believe or whatever? I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
But if you can believe that, then why aren't you believing the other?
Well, I do.
Isn't that
no,
Satan?
I mean, I
That's
do,
Satan's
but
work.
it's still like the fear thing. It's
Trying to
just
bring
like
it
I recognize it. Like I don't know if a believe is the right word for me, just because it's like I do. I just recognize that it's there, but I opt not to, mess with it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I don't, is that
understand.
a school of thought? Is
But
that a way to
that's- yeah, but
operate?
that's-
You can believe without delving into it. I think is what
so
you're
then
getting
I guess
at.
like if you want to use the term believe, then yes. But
Yeah.
I just am
like you would never want to be part of what we're doing, but
No,
you
I'd
believe
rather
what we're
not.
doing is
Yeah.
real. Yeah, I can get on with
See,
that.
so
if
the
someone
way that
busting
I
out the O word, it's like you can miss me with that.
Yeah, bye.
I guess I only believe in it from a spiritual standpoint. Like I believe in the Holy Spirit. I
That's
believe in
it.
God,
Right,
Jesus Christ.
exactly.
I believe that there's a heaven and hell, and that anything negative it's Satan. Doing that crap. But
It's gotta be
how much do I know? I just know what I've been taught and what I've read and what I've learned. through
But
experience.
is that just a label that you've thrown onto what they believe as well?
Well,
That's what I
it
was
very
about
well
to
could
say.
be, and again, that's why I only have faith in I have faith in the Bible and all that stuff, and that's what it says. And they talk about spirits, they talk about spirits in the Bible.
Yeah. And a lot of that is just what you're taught. You believe what you're taught because
That's
how would you
what I
know
was
anything
saying.
else?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Everything I've been taught, everything that I've So
So
in my opinion, it's heaven and hell.
Right.
I was raised very Roman Catholic, like heaven, hell, you have to be good. There's God, there's the Holy Trinity. And then as I
Respect
got
your
older,
husband. I'm just
I
kidding.
started to believe that there was more. And I'm like, it can't just be heaven, hell, God is going to punish me for stupid things. Like, I didn't believe that was it. So I delved into other religions and then found something called omniism, which is you believe every religion has a little bit of truth to it, but you don't believe any is absolute. So that's kind of why
That's
I
a sin, brother.
believe in the spiritual world, is because there's no absolute. There's just truth.
I mean, TK, you were mentioning honestly, all religion is kind of curated out of fear.
100%.
It's all invest in today.
It's an in-game scenario.
Yeah, and it's like you better hope that at the end of it, your scorecard is on the positive side.
Of course, because it's like this is how I've also
We could be
like,
talking
talked
about
to
politics too, because that's all fear based.
No,
Anyway, sorry.
let's not
no,
go into
I mean-
politics.
I thought
that was
He just couldn't help
I mean that
himself.
it's fear based. That
Yeah.
it's fear based
It
is
is,
my point.
especially
I'm not saying,
right
yeah.
now, especially in this point in time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway,
Like what you were saying though is when I talk to somebody that's like, I don't believe in God. First of all, that's cool. I don't care about that.
not cool,
it's not.
but,
It's
yeah.
not my job to.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I
Right.
guess it kind
I
of
know.
is if you're a devout Christian.
Yeah.
But like, I do my best. Well, that's another conversation
right.
for another day.
None of us is perfect.
So the thing is what I ask is why not? Why wouldn't you want to? Just because if you're wrong, then what do you have to lose?
Oh, about God?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're wrong, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, but then
if
you
you're
don't
right,
really
you have-
believe, though. Then you don't really believe. You're just
True.
telling yourself that, all right,
Hedging your
I'll
bet.
agree with that.
But then that means at the end of the day, though, you still don't.
right. That's
I'm
my
talking
point.
about like accepting it and just being like, hey, maybe I should delve into this and give myself
There's
to it because
a comedian has a very funny thing on this. He's like, there are people who believe that the universe and everything around us came from God, it came from nothing, something you can't touch, taste, feel, or
But what did
nobody can
nothing
prove
come from?
But some people think it's God. Now, which is the crazier one? And he goes, and the nothing people, when you ask them, well, what happens to you after you die? They say, well, I nothing. We just die and go back into nothing. Oh, you mean you merge back with your creator? So that's a pretty big fucking
Debunked.
nothing.
Yeah.
He's like, so everything. Yeah, he does a much better job, and I'll figure out his name for the show notes.
that's a pretty good summary though, because like the way you just
But
phrased
it is just like that, and it's like you believe in nothing, like everything came from nothing. That doesn't sound insane.
You just said you believed in God, low key,
yeah,
without saying it.
right, yeah. So,
Damn.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
With your study of these young gentlemen who have been through this trauma, do they come to you and say, I've had this experience outside of the battle? Do they
You mean like traumas outside of
do
like
they
combat?
Do they have experiences beyond the conflict?
Oh, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, we could talk little T trauma, which is like childhood stuff,
Right.
probably goes
Yeah.
on, and big T, which is like, combat or any other loss of life event.
I'm talking about. I'm trying to get back to the paranormal part. Are they experiencing paranormal activity? Are they feeling things that they can't explain or
Yeah, have you had anybody come in and like literally
On that level.
Yeah, like
On
that.
On that level.
Yeah. And that was the hard part. It was like, obviously, this is your reality.
Yeah.
And who am I to say that that's not your reality?
So really,
Sure.
guys, we're just
Especially
kidding. The
in your
reason we have a
special-
psychiatrist here today is actually to have an interview. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. I charge by
We're
the hour.
actually
I'll
all
give
in
you
a
the bill
session right now.
afterwards.
It's cool. I'll take therapy. I don't care.
Yeah. A lot of the guys that come where they're like acutely psychotic, it's pretty clear and evident they're not making any sense. It's not like
Is it
having a
evident
conversation-
immediately as soon as you start talking to them, or
Oh,
it
yeah.
takes some time?
Oh yeah, no, we have different fancy words for it.
Sure.
but they are
Crazies.
off the wall.
This
Nothing
guy's
makes
out
sense.
there.
Yeah, nothing makes sense.
Right.
I went to med school in LA. You just walk down the street, you see that.
There it is.
Yeah.
You
You
can't
guys got
have a-
practice right there on the street on the
Ever
way,
heard
on
of
the way to
Skid
school.
Row?
Yeah, absolutely. But for the guys that didn't necessarily experience trauma, or honestly, everything in their life was relatively good up until that point, and then they're experiencing these trauma symptoms that kind of feel like a movie's playing in their head. I would think that's probably more distressing for those folks who have never been met with that heavy of a hardship in their life. The ones that came from very broken homes, and we talked about this before. Nobody joins the military because they got a healthy family
Yeah.
and coming from a growing up
Rich,
with a silver
yeah.
spoon in their mouth and whatnot.
Or it's very rare.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
And they're an officer.
Yeah, exactly. No son of mine's going to be enlisted. You scumbags. You that enlisted man, fetch me a goose.
Yes.
It just keeps perpetuating itself.
Yeah, I think that those that haven't handled hardship and then they've dealt with something, that's where it hits them so much harder, and they're experiencing so much more of that mental decline.
That's
is
interesting
relative to
say-
where
to
they
think
were
about.
at.
That's interesting to think about.
Yeah.
So, would you say this is going to be a crazy question, but in your expert opinion and y'all's as well, are we just one trauma event away from A, psychosis, or B, encountering something paranormal? You just one event away for either?
So, I think all of life is hardship.
Sure.
It is an eternal.
You're just navigating
Yeah.
through it.
Struggling is a fact of life. Everybody struggles, and but suffering is not. That's a choice. You
Okay.
need to
Ooh,
make
that's
the
deep.
decision.
That's
Yeah.
deep.
Clip
And-
that.
That's
right.
deep.
Everybody suffers, and the way I think of it is, if you're doing something and you're working real hard and it's, tiresome and you feel like you're spinning your wheels, but you're ending up equal or better than where you were yesterday, for instance, then I would say that that's struggling, and that's universal. But where you're repetitively doing something and you're ending up worse than where you were at yesterday,
That's insanity,
and you
brother.
keep doing it, that's just incessant suffering. That means that you need to recalibrate, take a look at your choices
Back
and
to the
your
drawing
behaviors,
board.
back to the drawing board, and you got to come up with a new game plan.
Yeah.
But sometimes we get so full of ourselves that we can't get past that.
We're
We feel
only
like
human.
we feel like we got to be right.
Ego, baby. Ego.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ego is a strong deterrent for a healthy recovery, I guess.
Yeah. And
One- Oh, my
go
bad.
ahead. No, you're good. Go for it.
One trauma event away from paranormal activity, yay or nay?
So I feel like if you have a traumatic past, usually that opens you up to higher emotions and emotional state. And those are the people who usually tend to be a little bit more sensitive to the paranormal.
That seems
And
like that would
then
make sense, though.
there are people who fall into the stigma of, well, if I can talk to ghosts, I'm mentally insane. And then they just go down the trauma rabbit hole and end up in heavy therapy because they think they're nuts. And really, it's just because they're sensitive and they can either block it out like Else has done in the past, or they can delve into it, or they can just talk to somebody that thinks they're not crazy.
But I think somebody's ability to delve into the trauma is an important aspect, because when you're at a young age and you haven't gained emotional maturity, you're relying on those, take care of you, to teach you that, and to provide that safe space.
Support.
Support. And, the worst thing that you can do to a teenager is invalidate them and say, you're batshit. Like, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Like, stop it. And so as a teenager, you recognize that these people that are there that are supposed to be supportive of you, in reality, they're not. And so that's a pretty tough pill to swallow.
That's a trauma event.
That's a trauma in itself, yeah.
Yes. And so that's what we talk about, little t. Because, you look at two people and they could have experienced some very heinous trauma. And I've seen that in a lot of service members that I've joined, and they have some pretty heavy past. And what differentiated them from overcoming it was how the family responded. Somebody had a very traumatic experience as a child, whether it was physical or sexual abuse. And then their family kind of
rallied around
them and said, no, we're here to,
right,
help you out.
We're not invalidating you. We are here for you.
Yeah. And I think that's, where the hurt happens. That's where people, kind of come down the line and struggle with managing emotions in the future, because they're not quite sure if they have the safe space to do that.
Right. They've been invalidated for so long, they don't have a safe space anymore. So they just say, I'm crazy. I'll just stick to myself.
And they're resigned to that.
Yeah.
So that leads me to my next question. Speaking of invalidation, do you think that there's people in the paranormal field? Well, I guess you'll see what I'm saying when I finish the question. Do you think that people have missed their calling
He just cut
into the
himself
paranormal because they chalk themselves up as crazy?
For sure. Yeah.
And they are sitting somewhere right now in a facility because they were like, I must be crazy, when really they actually just had sensitivity and things of the sort.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a near-death experience, man. I went down. You were there. Got shocked 5 times by a defibrillator.
Oh, you're talking about when you're performing.
I was dying that day, yeah, if I didn't have this defibrillator. And then it almost happened again in the, Heart Stop. The name of my band is Heart Stop. And speaking of which, my camera just turned off.
I heard it.
But, yeah, when that happened to me, nothing crazy happened after that. I was like, well, maybe I'm just rejecting, and I don't want any scary ghosts to know.
You're blocking it
spirits.
out.
Yeah. I mean, you could be blocking it out. Yeah.
Yeah. You almost had to dissociate to not feel that. Because
I mean, that seems like it would make sense, though.
That is a good word, dissociate. And that's what I did for years, because it was just so hard to deal with knowing. The knowing part of it was
It's
scary.
a lot of power it has to be to have. I mean, I'm just saying, like, as far as like to bear that and have that knowledge or the foresight or whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? Like to just carry that on the day to day. That's gnarly.
I think like we've all had
Like you said,
dreams.
it's already
We've all
hard enough.
We've all had experiences where we've dreamt of future events where things have come
And then you did
come
it.
to fruition. Mike and I have experienced some things where we'll start talking and we'll be clicking and things fall into place, like boom, boom, boom. For some reason, he and I are connected. Don't know why. Just we mentally connect.
Right.
Have no explanation for that.
It's like Lee and his movie quotes.
Yeah. There
We
you go.
kind of like we're on a heavy topic today, but if it was just a normal podcast with Lee and Jared, it would have just been like finishing each other's sentences with movie quotes.
Movie quotes.
I like movies.
As you wish.
Yeah, good one.
I think
That's Bride, baby.
when
There
you
we
guys
go.
are talking about those that maybe have resigned themselves to being crazy. That's kind of that's against what our medical credo is, do no harm. And I wonder if sometimes, we're kind of full of ourselves on the medical side.
And you do more harm than.
Yeah. And so we're, now
You're fired, brother.
yeah, I know,
joking.
right? Yeah.
Isn't that like a lot of doctors don't actually believe in God because their ego is so like, no, it's me doing it, and the medicine is what's saving lives, not
That's
me.
a surgeon.
I've never had any help.
He said, "That's not me,
That's a
bro."
surgeon. Is
That's a surgeon.
okay?
We say in the vet med field that the surgeons are
Yeah,
God,
back her
so
up.
I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she's gonna pull out some cables. Yep, those big.
The
giant
dog would
feet.
like to weigh in on this.
Yeah.
Penny
Penny's here.
Lane likes to be on the show from time to time. She's just a little too heavy for me to pick up.
Bull in a china shop.
She is, but
A gentle giant,
she's
if you
a
will.
beautiful baby.
I should get you in touch with a friend of mine. She does like psychotherapy and trauma therapy and stuff with horses, but she heavily believes in the supernatural. So she would be a good resource for you. We've talked about this.
What do you think
heavily.
about animals being sort of that healing conduit?
Like what you mean, like
Here
therapy
we go.
dogs?
Yeah,
like
like
me.
equine therapy. And,
Yeah.
I told
Absolutely.
you. I told you.
So here I am. So that's kind of another thing of mine. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what she does, dude.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say that's what she said. I was gonna
Yeah,
be like,
so-
You're
nice.
like, that's not fitting here, but sure.
Right on the
Sneak
podcast.
that on there.
Sneak that right in. So I
That's what
feel
she said.
Well played there.
well played.
Nicely done.
I set that up for you. I'm
Yeah.
glad you caught it. I feel like animals have a just pure soul, and some people think animals don't have souls. I am not of that belief. You can't be that perfect and not have a soul. So I feel like they really do find their people, and they know who they need to help. So even with horses are some of the smartest animals. They don't act like it sometimes. Like people say horses are stupid because they injure themselves to no end. But when they feel somebody who needs help, like they know, and they will just flock to that person. And even like aggressive horses. I used to work with horses when I was younger, and they would feel certain presences come in the room, and they would just not be aggressive anymore. So like they know how to read
They
energy.
can dial it down.
They can dial it down and be like, no, that person doesn't like me. I'm going to be an absolute dickhead to this person, but that person really wants to help me. So I'm going to go there. And I feel like they help in therapy that way, where these people are coming in because they're crying out for help, and the animals just help comfort them.
And so that's, kind of coming off of a living human being's energy.
Yep.
Do you feel that they also connect with the paranormal world?
Absolutely. Energy, you share energy.
My dogs were
we're all-
possessed as hell last night, man. They would not quit. They were freaking killing each other. Oh yeah. No, they were. They get feral, don't they, Ed? You got a bunch of freaking golden retrievers, man. 5 of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love animals, and they do make me feel better. I tell you what, that's because I mean, after that, I had it was hard to get up and move again.
Yeah.
And then I had a Great Dane. She's my 5th one, but I had a Great Dane Beasley, and he definitely helped me get past all that stuff. So I didn't have to well, I guess I got to believe in ghosts now that I had a near-death experience.
What a bummer.
What a bummer.
No, and then, well, and then
Gone down that rabbit
then
hole
he-
like
but then
a
he
Zach and
passed.
buy all your equipment.
Yeah, exactly. I should have done that. Instead, I got another dog. But no, then he passed, and I'm like, okay, here we go again. Now I'm depressed again, and I can't, do it. Then Penny. So a dog is the answer to depression.
Do you feel
Enough set. Mic drop.
You're welcome. I mean, you can use that at work if
Yeah.
you want.
I'll just
cite
run the
my-
puppy
gonna
mill
go-
out
just cite
back
your work.
and, just
He's gonna go out of
double up.
business.
And then,
All right, who's
pharmacist
next?
there.
Here you go. Just give him a puppy to
give him a
hold.
puppy? Here you go. It'll solve the world's
It
problems.
really
Just give
will,
him a puppy.
man.
You look like you could use this.
You give a depressed person a puppy,
Oh heck yeah!
It ain't
Come
gonna
on,
last
man.
long,
They're
brother.
not going to be depressed much
unless they're
longer.
terrible people, and then they deserve to be depressed.
Right. I've come across
That's a
some
whole
of
nother
those.
topic.
But you don't deserve this, dog. Give it back.
Is that a hot
Accept
take?
the love.
Matter of fact, he seems like he doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's true what they say: animals can sense evil.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's kind of where we're going with it.
that's where we're going.
Pet detective.
Oh,
Pet
she got
detective.
one. Yes, nice. You've seen a movie.
Just that one.
Just that one.
Just that one. Nobody ever gets my movie quotes. Of course, I like old
back
movies.
to the paranormal with animals. Do you feel like Penny has attributes of your old dogs?
Here we go, baby.
I guess it's a little too early to tell. She's got a personality, definitely, but then I'll go back to what Jared would say. I'm going to make the connection in my head if I try to do that. I'm going to say, of course. Oh, he
Like
acts
you'll
just like
find the
she acts
reason
just
to
like,
say it?
right? Exactly. She acts like Beasley in that
Because
she
you're looking
always
for
wants
it.
to be late.
It's like,
right?
don't
You're
think about
looking for it.
elephants. What are
Don't
you gonna
think about a
about?
pink elephant.
Elephants.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that kind of plays in. I'm sorry. That kind of plays into the whole reincarnation theme. Whether or not you believe that, reincarnation is possible. Do spirits go into the next generation, or a couple generations down the road?
this
Is that
is rabbit
grandpa
hole worthy.
reborn?
Yeah, dude.
All those kind of things, have a, is it us wanting to see that?
Yeah,
or
are we
is-
making that connection in our
yeah,
own mind?
Or is that actually
And we talk
happening?
about it
I think
enough
we
where
are,
it
though.
becomes real.
right.
When it
But
comes
there
to
are a lot of
when it comes to that
examples.
kind of stuff.
There are a lot of examples where like kids know how to do things that are absolutely not within, their 4-year-old knowledge base.
That explains it. I was Mozart before.
Yeah. You grew out of it.
I mean, no, because I'm just incredible at music. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
Well, I mean, if you believe something like that,
No, I don't
That's
believe
the
it.
whole premise of the Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
Well, the
again,
thing is, too,
I
what you-
don't believe in that.
You talk
though.
about like how he was saying and what we were just saying, like whenever you believe something enough to where you start like, or the penny thing.
It's
you see
confirmation
it.
bias. It's
What is an acquired
cognitive
taste?
dissonance.
It's,
Well,
it's
no, it's
literally
more
an
confirmation
acquired
bias.
taste.
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah,
that?
yeah.
That's what an acquired taste is you're making yourself low key like something
Right.
over time. You
And you're
just keep
telling
doing it. You're
yourself,
like, I
this
like
is
this.
good.
I like this. This
Yeah.
is good. This is good. This is good.
Cigars
and then eventually
beer
it's like,
are good.
it's good.
That's what behavioral therapy is. Tell them
Repetition.
keep doing this thing, and you're like, trust me, it'll work. And they're like, oh, it's working.
Yeah, exactly.
Placebo.
You're like, you did that to
Because
yourself.
you convinced yourself that it's working.
Yes.
That'll be $500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't even going down the reincarnation rabbit
It's a
hole.
Navy,
It
here's
happens.
some monopoly
The topics
money.
get
Like,
out.
just keeps going.
Thank you for your service.
They get out of our control quickly. Like you bring something up and it's like we're latching onto that and that's what we're going to talk about forever.
But not even down like the reincarnation rabbit hole. Just like I feel like pets come into my life for a reason, and it's usually because like my last pet sent them to me, and not to act exactly like them, but just to show them that they're cool where they are, and they've sent me somebody to help me.
For sure.
So not like reincarnation. I don't think
Right.
Penny's gonna be your last dog, or she's
No,
gonna
no.
be exactly the same, or you need to convince yourself they're doing things.
But maybe Beasley sent her to me.
But
Essentially.
Kilchi does things that
He
my
wouldn't do
dog
that. He's a
Jasmine used to
selfish
do
little
with
asshole.
Ray. So I'm like, oh,
kidding. I'm just
Jasmine's cool. She likes Kilchi. We're good.
Right. Like everything is like aligned up properly.
Yeah.
And cats are definitely demons.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. I don't like cats. Nah, they're okay.
They
Which
are-
one is
we
it,
call
damn
them
it?
tiny Satans.
They're okay.
I mean,
You-
I love cats, but
They
they
will
are
like
tiny Satans.
They'll like you when they're ready to like you.
yeah, exactly.
And then when they're done with you, they will go
They
away.
will tell you.
Dogs.
I have a whole lot of scratches to prove it.
Dogs greater than cats.
I believe in that statement. I do.
Yeah, the greater than sign.
Greater
You know what
than.
I'm saying? So you think animals can also sense the paranormal?
Oh, yeah.
Is that why they're like barking at the wall sometimes,
Yeah.
or
So animals, and this actually goes back to science as well. So I think they just have a higher sensitivity because they can't be biased. They don't have the mental capacity to be biased. So if they see something, they see something. They can't be told that it's not there.
Squirrel,
They have no
yeah.
idea how to do that. But also they have different eye movement than we do. They have a whole nother membrane in their eye that filters light differently, so they see differently than we do. So they can probably see this whole nother dimension that we think is here because their eyes reflect light differently. And that's how we catch paranormal things on pictures, is because cameras filter light differently
Right.
than our eyeballs do. So I feel like
This is
animals
a little
can
bit
see the
off
paranormal.
tangent, but How do you know that the color you're seeing is the exact same color
that he's
somebody
seeing?
else?
I don't think it
You're
is. I
describing
think
it.
we see them differently.
Well, that's like they say.
Well,
you
yeah, but if
saw yourself
everybody
in
points over
public-
there and says that's blue, then everybody agrees that's blue. Then that's
But
blue to
it
you.
might look
Your
different
blue-
to
How
you,
does your blue
but
might
you
be
were
red?
told that
Yes.
was blue when you were
Yeah,
little, so
yeah.
that's blue.
So your blue might
but
be
your
red.
blue might be different
Yeah.
than my blue,
Your
and it
guys
might
is
be
all
your
red, right? No,
That
that's
is red. right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm not crazy, right? No, but I mean, I agree with that. Yeah, that's.
I can get on board with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
like that
this.
might be your red, but it's my blue. But we both say blue because that's what we were
Yes.
taught.
But I think that comes full circle to just be like, that's your reality. Who am I to challenge that?
Perception is reality. Someone said that before, I think.
I'm sorry. That goes back to your your profession.
Bro, the handheld thing is kind of a
It
hit.
really is
I
a
know.
hit. It's working out.
Yeah.
We did that, Mike, just so it can be a handed off type thing. But this
Nah,
is working
we're
out.
gonna make it difficult.
This is working out, dude.
Let's not do the easy thing. It's all good. We're working. It's
Yeah,
rocking.
It's good.
You can
This
get
is
out
awesome,
the
bro.
Marines.
This is
but-
awesome.
No, what I was going to say was that goes back to your profession, though. Your profession is to try to understand the workings of the inner mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how?
It's just
I'm sure that
Well, they
that
started
has
with
to-
lobotomies.
I'm sure that's
and
always
then-
at the root of it. It's like we're gonna do as much as we can.
Didn't
Yeah.
you guys start with like
With the knowledge
lobotomies
that
and
we
ice
have.
picks to the eye and stuff? Isn't that what
was that?
back in the day? Wasn't it like ice picks to the eye? to
Yeah,
get
Yeah,
the
lobotomies.
brains?
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
kind of
yeah.
horrible things.
Hey, this guy's acting
Shock
weird.
therapy.
It's not an exact science,
No,
but we're getting there.
we'll figure it out. We'll get it right
Right
one
here.
of these times. It's like witch trials. But yeah, I think
Oh,
that
yeah, I would have been burned. I'd have been burned bad.
Well,
that's where my mind was
if you
going
float,
earlier. It was just
if
like,
you float, maybe.
No.
Well, if
I
you float like wood,
I do.
They're like you
Remember?
heretics.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
I
And
never
they
seen
and
that.
they and the witch, but she wasn't a witch, and it's like burners.
Yeah. Well, I float. I do anyway.
Yeah.
But
Oh
yeah.
man.
those witch trials were like a field sobriety test where it's not a test that you can pass.
You're supposed to fail.
You're just gonna.
No, yeah. If you're convinced, like if your wife pisses you off, hey, she's a witch, yo. I think we need to have a trial.
Who's setting you
Let's
cheated?
have a trial. She's thinking all kinds of crazy things, like she gets a say so and like she gets to vote. I mean, come on.
Something's happening here.
Yeah.
I'm calling No Quarter Paranormal. They need to get here.
Yeah.
Stat.
She's hearing things.
Do you
I
guys
never
get those
said
kind
that.
of? Have you ever had that kind of call? Like they think somebody's like not acting like themselves, and you, not necessarily possessed, but well, I guess possessed.
That's probably like a heavy term that you don't throw around though, right? Like that's like final phase like stuff, right?
Like everything else.
Right,
failed.
right.
We do.
The
I guess you
1%.
could call it like vetting when we get a call or like a message or something. We ask a lot of probing questions.
Sure.
And we try to meet with
Probably
them in
similar
person.
to your stuff
kind of
too.
similar
Yeah.
to that. And then if we get like a psychological vibe, we kind of like mention people like you. Like maybe we're not the person you need to talk to because we don't feel like this is paranormal. So it kind of
Right.
like feeds into both our fields to be like, I don't think this
With
is
our powers
paranormal.
combined, we can
We
take
got
care
this.
of all of humanity.
Captain Planet.
Okay, I've got a really good example. I was doing my paintings. I was at a, I was trying to sell some of them, and I was doing my paintings. And this woman comes up to me, and she says, "My friend is having issues, and she's staying with me." I was like, "Okay."
Is your friend in the room right now?
She said, "Can you come over to my house?" Well, I was like, maybe, because I mean,
Be
I
more
wasn't-
specific here.
Yeah, I
Like, what-
wasn't.
yeah.
And the funny thing about this whole thing is, it was hearsay, and this was not with No Quarter Paranormal. This was, this was at the beginning when I started with No Quarter. So I called Brandon. I said, "Brandon, I've been asked to go to these people's houses. Can you come with me?" Well, we got there, and this woman was like gonzo. She was really,
What he would call a wackadoodle.
There's a
Isn't
term for it.
that the medical term?
There's a term for it.
Wackadoodle.
Unwell,
she
mentally
was
unwell.
not,
That's
she was not
politically correct.
possessed. She wasn't, having paranormal things going on. She was having her things going on. And part of my gift is, I guess, discernment, because I saw very, very quickly that everything that was going on in the house was because of the things she was holding on to, the trauma, the past stuff that she was going through. And I mentioned an article that she had in her room. I just knew it was there, described it to her. I said, you are putting all your energy into that. And, you know, you probably need to work on releasing that, releasing all the past trauma. She got so angry with us. We ended up leaving.
Did she know that you guys were coming?
Yeah, she knew we were coming.
So did she want you guys to be the reason?
It was
give
just-
you
it was just me and
legitimate reason
Brandon.
as to why she was, feeling this way.
Because things
Like
started.
a scapegoat almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, y'all know what, what's it called?
Photosynthesis.
No, when
Mitochondria.
Matchbox cars.
I was just guessing.
I love it.
Mitochondria.
Micro machines.
Poltergeist. No,
We're the worst.
Not poltergeist. When things move on their own.
Yeah,
No,
Poltergeist.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Great
So-
movie, by the way. No, but seriously.
Well, it really
when all
happens.
the chairs were like,
Yeah, stuff happens, but it's energy.
Carol Ann.
And she was causing things to happen in this house, but it was her energy. It was just all her. So basically, we left there not really being able to help and upsetting her terribly. I upset her terribly because I called out this one item and I described it, and
That's my job. Is to call out stuff that they don't want to hear.
Yeah.
I
You,
pretty
sir,
much
are insane. In
I
the
pretty
membrane.
much told her that she needed to seek out help
Yeah.
that we couldn't give. And, that was probably the weirdest thing that I've experienced, being in all this.
Out of all the things, somebody dealing with life in an unhealthy way
Yeah.
is the weirdest
That's
thing
the-
that you've ever
She
seen.
sees all these
They're like, let's
ghosts.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah, because it's the living you have to
You're
worry
like, that's
about.
just a Monday for me, but for you.
But see, it's the living you have to worry about. It's not the dead.
Yeah.
The dead are in their own little purgatories or whatever.
And they better stay there.
And we can try to help move them on or do what we can to help them or tell their story. Because a lot of times what I'm getting is they just want their story told. And
Ego.
we can do that. But we can't do what you do. I'm not going to step into that role ever.
I don't want to step into your role. That sounds way
That's why you
too
said
heavy.
with your forces combined.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
what I
yo, let's
said.
go.
So ghosts have egos
I
too.
set a very hard
Twins.
boundary.
That's what it is.
It is. Ghosts have egos too. So that's why, like, you selfish ass ghost.
Yeah.
Or spirit, I'm sorry. I keep saying ghost. It's hard to retrain your brain when you say
just
ghost
politically
forever.
correct yourself.
I did. He cut himself off while he was asking a question.
That was
did.
so PC. It's so funny.
He was asking a question. He was like, well, it's kind of like, well, you'll see when I finish the question. I was like, you just cut yourself off.
pretty
You're
impressive
gonna
though,
press
right?
The button.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
political
God.
intelligence right there.
It's called growth.
It's called fear. It's called shame and guilt.
Ego.
It's all coming
Hey,
from this
Mike, I
area.
gave them shame and guilt.
I was astral projecting.
Yeah. You were Astro something.
Glide.
Go Navy.
Oh man. Well, we got. He say go Navy. Oh, man. I'm not gonna say what
I know.
what I normally say, but it is. We got a couple minutes left. You want to do our final thoughts?
Anything else?
Anybody
Mike?
else got final thoughts?
Good to go?
Any last minute things to say?
Just know that everything you see is not everything you can see.
Oh, snap. Deep. All right. TK, final thoughts?
Shout out to No Quarter Paranormal.
No Quarter Paranormal. Do you have a website,
Brandon,
Facebook page
you
or
missed
something?
out.
What's the Facebook? Just No Quarter Paranormal on Facebook?
Yep, Facebook, Instagram, No Quarter Paranormal. I'll leave some business cards around. You guys can do
Sweet.
what you will with those. There's an email on there as well, in case anybody needs to reach us. But Facebook's the easiest.
Check out No Quarter Paranormal.
Thank you to Elsa,
Thank you.
Erica, Mike. Appreciate y'all. This was awesome, man. Honestly,
It was a fun episode.
this was cool.
Yeah. Roger.
And I'm sorry, bro.
Appreciate you having
Roger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I said Roger.
No, this was a great experience.
I
Thanks
got it
for
now.
having me on the cast.
Yeah.
As you like to call it, because you don't like to call it the pod.
I mess it up all the time.
yeah.
I accidentally say the cast, and I'm like, no, that's fishing.
Parting words, holidays, even though it's a lot of joy. Actually, I guess this will air after the holidays, but
Before New Year's.
Huh?
Before-
New Year? Okay. Well, I mean, a holiday season's supposed to be a lot of joy and sharing, but for some folks that don't come from healthy families, it's a lot of sorrow. So for those that need that sort of acute care help, 9888, especially our veterans and active duty, 9888, press 1, you'll get connected with someone.
9888, like 3 8s.
No, 988.
Okay.
And
9
then
8.
press
You
1.
stuttered then.
Yes, I know. That's what I do.
So now, he didn't have to do.
Don't make fun of you.
Now it's back. All right. So 988.
988.
Is that like the veterans?
That is the suicide hotline.
Okay.
It was way longer before.
Oh,
So,
good.
Yeah.
And then it
so
made
they
people want to kill
shortened it
themselves trying to.
988. Yeah.
That was in bad taste, Lee.
Screw it.
I can't do anything.
We're
right.
getting the word out there, man. No, it's suicide is a terrible thing in the time of year. But no, thank you. Thank you guys for
Thanks for
being
saying
here.
that.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you what, yeah, and thanks for saying that. We don't say enough of that kind of stuff on here, and we do talk about a lot of military and veterans and
For
stuff
sure.
like that. But it's not only about that; it's about everything that we talk about. But yeah, it is near the holidays, and we've talked about that on the last episode. Whether people get stressed out, or somebody was talking about like hanging Christmas lights or whatever. Well, what about not having family members around that may have passed on or whatever, or veterans who just got out and now they don't have their family and their team, and they're like, well, I don't have anybody to celebrate with.
You may feel like your family's not there, but they are.
Well, yeah, true. Allegedly, your family's still there, and that sucks because I do some things in my house that nobody should be saying. No, I'm just kidding. But if you are missing out on family or friends this season, we are having a Christmas party that you will not know about because it's gonna
happened
air.
already.
Yeah, it happens this Tuesday.
But-
all are welcome to come.
If
We're
you
doing
need
a
some
white
vittles-
elephant and a pot. We're doing
That's
a white
gonna be
elephant and a pot.
Luck.
Yeah, I almost said pot smoke. Anyway.
I don't have
It's a
any.
different show.
I don't have any more.
We'd also like to thank our sponsors, Candy Adventure, 640 West Corbett Avenue, Swansboro. And check them out. It's Christmas time, man. And even if this airs before New Year's, go take your kids to Candy Adventure.
Do it.
Because it's an awesome freaking place. And also George's Cigars, where we are at right now,
Cedro
106
de
West
Asmar.
Church Street. 106 West Church Street in Swansboro, North Carolina. So come hang out with us. Check us out. We are the Hot Ashes Podcast, and we love being with you guys every week. So come check us out in person. Come have a cigar. Come have one of these torpedoes box pressed that I ended up with.
It's always great. It don't miss.
I'm Lee.
TK, baby.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
We out.
Oh my God, yeah.
Are you able to do the button?
I can't reach it.
I'm leaving that in.